Roll for initiative because we are live.
Yay!
Yeah. Force canned.
Are we allowed to woo? Can we woo?
It's like.
Yeah.
Are we the woo?
Chat is saying that we need to stop the videos and we need to do Mitchum recaps going forward. So
No.
I don't actually see that.
I agree to this.
welcome.
I'm bad at those.
You are the best at those.
Here we go. Welcome to the second episode of Windfall. That's right, we made it 2 weeks, y'all. Somehow we survived the madness that was the first tech test, our first session last week. It was a lot of fun. Thank you everyone that was here last week, and thank you so much everyone that's just joining in for the first time. If you need a recap, please !recap. You can watch that video that we just showed to catch up. You didn't miss a lot since this is our second video. Thank you so much for the follow, Jezeth. Thank you so much for being here. I know who that is, and thank you so much for being a long-time supporter of me. Yeah, I am Soda Kim, your Dungeon Master, and y'all, we're going to play some Pathfinder today.
Woo.
All right. Before we begin, I would like to, as always, thank the wonderful people that help us make the stream possible, such as Californians, who did create our theme song for us free of charge and lets us use it free of charge. So thank you, Californians. As always, very appreciated. And thank you to everyone that's contributed to the stream in some way, and all you lovely people that are here just tuning in, lurking, watching, following us on YouTube, or just joining in and seeing some combat. Whatever it is, we're really happy that you're here. All right. I don't have a whole lot else to say. If you guys are ready to get to it, I am too.
Let's go!
So, just a quick reminder for everyone that's in the audience. While this is an actual play campaign, and we very much do want to keep the integrity of the story and keep it as a real Pathfinder session, a real tabletop RPG experience, which is why we're doing this live. You guys being a part of this with us is so very important to us. And so those redeems and those interactions, feel free to talk, feel free to ask us questions. We'll respond back to you. It may not be a perfect narrative, but I think that you guys being a part of this table is the whole reason that we're doing this. And
Yeah, and we're all terrified of the Add a Monster redeem, but we're also a little excited for it. It's like a forbidden option.
And you have the genuine pleasure of knowing that if you do that and someone dies,
We'll name our
you're
next
a player
character
character.
Black us, chatty.
You feel like part of the...
And you've heard us just sit and lurk. Thank you so much to all the lurkers out there. It's wonderful. I don't know if you're there or not, but thank you. Anything else, y'all?
If it looks like I'm talking directly to you, chat, I'm actually trying to talk to the GM directly behind this camera. So don't feel uncomfortable if I'm just
Staring.
intimately talking to a character directly into your eyes.
Mitchum and I have known each other our whole lives, and we do a lot of tabletop RPG, and we used to do acting together. So we'll sometimes try to look into each other's eyes and really get emotional for the scene. But if I look right now, I'm looking directly at him. There are two cameras in the way, just absolutely blocking the scene. So yeah, that's why that's going to be like that.
Don't feel uncomfortable.
Don't be not afraid.
Staring directly into chat's eyes is definitely a feature, not a bug.
It's definitely.
It's a power move,
Yeah.
I think.
All right. So speaking of power moves, I'm about to start this thing. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Let's do
All right,
this.
without further ado, let's return to the Sleeping Sea and see what's happening for the campaign of Windfall. Morning. Sleep found most of you surprisingly well, though the morning is jarring. Although the sounds outside of the captain's lantern are pleasant, the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, it's quite different than what you've become accustomed to on board the Windfall for so long. You rouse from your slumber and take note of your surroundings once more. The captain's lantern is dilapidated, and ages long have abandoned this tavern that was once a safe haven for pirates, smugglers, and weary sailors. The weather-worn wood and shattered glass, now eaten away by the passage of time, creaks and crumbles under the weight of your movement, as the aroma of decay and and soaked in seawater assail your senses. The tavern keeper, Glover Godfrey, and the other inhabitants, bound here by some spectral purpose, greet you with their phantasmal presences. Glover picks up a fallen glass and tries to clean it with a spectral rag, going through the motions, but the cobwebs and the settled dust remain. Norton, the phantom of a failed comedian, stands idly in the corner, muttering to himself as he shuffles through cards. The other three ghosts sit at a table and argue amongst themselves. The one, red-haired female pirate, long curly red hair, giant captain's hat, very confident look on her face, sharp eyebrows turned down in disapproval. Gods, Leroy, would you stop eyeing Norton like that? Eat your breakfast. You can't kill him, you might as well leave. Leroy, the dwarf to whom she's talking, with a sort of like sharp hooked nose and this like cocky smile, it turns just slightly to an angry grimace. It'd be easier to distract myself from his idiocracy if there wasn't this eternal hunger in my belly. The third, a large humanoid ghost, says to him, I keep telling you this, Leroy. You cannot feel hunger. Speak for yourself. Gods, what I wouldn't do to get behind the stove again. I can still smell them. Fried fish, sausages, ripe apples, fine cheese. You're only making it worse for yourself. And they bicker and argue amongst themselves as they stay here bound by some spectral contract that keeps them from passing on to the next life. That's what you're greeted to as your eyes open in this dawn in the sleeping sea.
So, as everyone else awakes, they notice that Wesley was the first up. They see him going over some rations that he had in his pack, and as he does so, he pulls out a parchment from his pack, unfurls it, and if anyone was close enough to see it, would appear to be a to-do list of sorts. Mm-hmm. He goes down the list a bit and strikes out sleep in a haunted building.
That's so beautiful. Please take a hero point for opening our scene like that. Alright.
With a stifled yawn, Kai looks over at Norton. I didn't expect you to keep it quiet while we slept, but you did. I appreciate that.
Yeah, here's the thing. If I do my routine all night, it doesn't feel like they're separate nights, you know? And I figure every time it's a new day, it's a new chance for me. So I kind of give it sets, and like that's kind of how we mark the passage of time, more or less.
Kai turns to where the dwarf and the red-headed woman are seated. Mm-hmm. Is he serious?
Oh, he's serious. And let me tell you, every fiber of my body wish that he wasn't.
You'd rather he just kept going on forever?
No. I wish that he would shut up forever. The one called Leroy is still smiling, but like he's like through bared teeth. You may have heard this from Godfrey, the red-haired woman says to you. But due to the contract that he unwittingly made before his death, it's empowered Norton in some way. Even though we as phantoms can't affect him, and we have tried many times. And she like taps her spectral cutlass on her side. He is more powerful than we are. He's like, lucky for me, right? I'm gonna keep trying. We don't start any altercations though, unless they get a little too fed up with me. If the heckling gets a little too bad, I say, hey guys, it's in my contract. I'm gonna lay down the law until I get what I want.
Well, hopefully we'll find a way to get you out of here.
Or again, if you can help me perform my magnum opus, I would consider that, just as good.
This kind of feels like negotiating with a terrorist.
Ernie hops down from where he has kind of strung up a hammock of sorts halfway through the night in the rafters. Yeah, sorry, I was up here. The ground, it doesn't move enough. Hey, how'd y'all sleep? I turned to the three ghosts at the table. Like, y'all been dead for a while. Let me ask. Y'all were on the boats while you were alive, obviously, but then you've been dead for a while. Do y'all sleep at all?
They all kind of look at each other and they kind of like make the face put on, make it not like The large captain speaks up again. Sleep is not something that is known to us. Though there are periods of
Dormancy?
Lovely. Where we are not aware of our surroundings as much as we would like. In those moments, it truly feels like we're about to pass on, but no matter what,
Something brings you back?
there is no escape. Not in this time.
Yeah, it's just... Is the ground steady under the feet, or does it still feel like you're on the waves?
The one called Leroy speaks up. We don't feel much of anything. Not really.
Sounds rough.
If you miss the rocking so much, you could take one of your shoes off.
I don't have shoes.
I look down. Oh, right. Very dirty, I
guess
thought.
I could clip my toenails on one foot. I haven't done that in a minute.
Just a single clack of like 1 foot. It's like dogs on the hardwood. Brooks stands up and kind of gets his pack, or he has his pack on the ground, and it says Brooks like embroidered on the flap. And he's putting stuff in it, and then he slings it over his shoulder and turns around. He has dark circles under his eyes. Clearly didn't sleep very well. He says, so I guess we should look for that cult. We can't stay here forever.
I mean, if we don't find them, I think we will be staying here forever.
Correct. We should leave.
Yes.
Cordelia kind of starts stretching and mumbling to herself, and it's this nest of very long dark hair and bearded vulture feather wings as she kind of like extracts herself from cuddling with Imrys. But as she does, you guys see that his feathers remain attached to the bits of her exposed skin and just shrink into her. And she stands up. Well, we're ready to go when y'all are.
Yo, how far away is this spring that we're going to?
As you saw when you were coming up across that little ravine that you guys crossed, the falling rocks, the spring is like 100, 200 feet away from y'all.
Oh,
You can just like walking distance. It's right outside.
Was the spring high up or low?
It's like it's on the ground level where you are, but it's above the bay. So like whenever y'all crashed, you were on the beach that was like the crescent moon shape.
So it's on the plateau.
So it's on the plateau that you guys climbed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Well, it's right there. No time like the present.
Agreed. Kai walks over to Leroy before he leaves and says, "Hey, listen. I heard what you were saying just now about almost passing on. If that happens again while we're gone, can you try to, I don't know how easy this is, look and see if you can see what it is that's keeping you here? I have a feeling we might have more trouble than we think ending this curse."
He just looks at you, and like he's a very hard man. He clearly has this grizzled beard and this like deep like sadness to his eyes, but he just gives you this sort of like knowing, like respectful nod. I will.
I know what it's like to be trapped somewhere.
He raises a spectral mug and then kind of sets it down in front of him. Cordelia, you have a hero point.
Aww.
So how that works for chat, hero points are an inspiration for the characters. They can have a bunch of them. They can either use them to reroll a dice and get them out of a bad situation, or they can use all of them that they have and get no more for the rest of the session to come back from dying. So it can be a very good little rescue for them.
Probably gonna need that,
You're
so
gonna
thank
need
you.
Give them to Cordelia.
Look, for those of y'all that know my dice rolls,
Just make
it's
sure she has one in the tank at all times.
So yes, everyone, you should start the session with 1 hero point. So Wesley and Cordelia, you would have 2 now, from the one I gave and then from the one chat gave you. Fantastic.
Let's have a rules question.
Yes.
So, reaching the dying 4 threshold kills you instantly.
You're dead.
Can you spend your hero points at that point to get back
No.
up? Ooh,
You have to have 4
spooky.
of them.
If you have to have, is it 4 or 3?
It's 3.
3 hero points. You have to have accumulated 3, so you have to either get them from chat or from me. Accumulate 3 of them, and you have to spend all 3 to get up. And at that point, you cannot get any more hero points for the rest of the session. It's a big deal.
Chat, I have bribes.
So not death, but dying.
Dying, it is you
Okay.
back from dying. Yes,
Okay.
that literally is a
From
dying,
dying
which is a
3.
condition. Yes.
Okay.
Then you can still.
I turned to the large dwarf man there at the table. Would it be rude? I'm sorry, I heard you talking.
No, by
Would
all
it be
means.
rude if we cooked up some crab meat in front of you?
Oh,
Like,
lad, it would not be rude. It would be a savor. And he holds up a spectral hand to you.
I try to shake it.
He goes through. Leroy Tross.
Hello,
And he looks at you.
I'm Ernie Mernstock.
The name, it means nothing to you.
Leroy
Tross?
Tross. Does Tross mean anything to me?
Roll history sounds great.
Sure.
Some lore here.
Well, there's not a history.
Yeah, lore enough.
11 is a natural roll. I don't think I have
Society?
anything that would apply here.
I think society would be fine.
12 if society.
He looks at you and you're just kind of like, yeah. He is,
I've only been for a few years now.
allow me. Leroy Tross, legendary hunter
Oh, okay.
of fine cuisine. I used to go aboard other people's ships, and before I would raid them, before I would take their things, I would cook a meal. Me and my men would sneak down to the galley, and right under their noses, feast.
It's a power play. I like that. Nice.
Everything tastes better when stolen. And I miss cooking and eating and then reveling in their ill-gotten gains.
Cordelia kind of edges over and she's pulled out her little cookbook. You wouldn't happen to have any recipes you're willing to share?
Not a cook, are you?
I am.
Well, there's one thing that I would make. It's a quick meal, really easy to do on the sleeping sea. I call it slingfish stew. And he will give you the recipe for slingfish stew, which I made just in case you had to remember this.
Yeah.
Someone passed this to Lionette for me. So slingfish stew, you need 2 slingfish, which are a very common fish. You gotta be careful. They're really sneaky little buggers. They're long but thin like a knife, and they can be really hard to see. They're towards the shore most of the sleeping sea. You have to pass your profession cooking check. If you pass it, you make enough to feed as designated on the card, and if you correct success, it becomes more powerful. So think of the food that you cook like a potion that'll power up your party, essentially.
Nice. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Efficient later.
She's just furiously scribbling it down, and any tips and tricks that he mentions about cooking it, she's writing all of it
You
down.
gotta whisper stealthy things into the pot while you stir. Like, ooh, I'ma tread so lightly.
Yeah, man, I'm up in
No
these bushes.
Shit.
No one's gonna catch me.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna wear all black leather to bed tonight. I'm gonna put on my sneaky shoes.
That's a different thing, though.
I'm gonna tiptoe on their top deck.
I'm
Things
fascinated.
like that.
You have to steal all the ingredients.
She's enthusiastically writing it down, but she's,
I tiptoed on a top deck once.
do you think
Pulled something.
yanking my chain, pulling my leg?
He just shrugs.
The woman goes up. No, I'm afraid he's quite serious.
Right.
Yeah, because Cordelia didn't talk in the kitchen enough.
Wow.
I'm just saying, you narrate your actions a lot.
It helps.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just that now you're going to be having a conversation.
and you
with the
know,
damn thing.
sometimes I'm trying to get Riley to understand literally anything about cooking.
Yeah, I just told Riley.
I wish I could.
You have more luck talking to the food.
I'm willing to
I
get
really
a fire
do.
going if you want to cook up this crab meat real fast, and then we can head on out?
Sure. And she'll pull out her little her little
Godfrey
bag.
points to the fireplace and says, You're more than welcome to light something up in the meantime.
All right. I kind of stoke up what we had going last night. And
What we had, you mean the remnants of your Molotov?
Yeah. I dust off the Molotov and get it fired back up.
Still some juice on this.
Still some juice in there. I pull my hammock of like rotted cloth down and throw it in there to help start it.
Throw the splintered stool.
Yeah, the splintered stool. Just kind of start burning chunks at the end.
Okay. They don't seem to mind, honestly. Like even though Godfrey, it's his place, he's just like. Okay.
I take down Norton's lantern and kind of take the cast iron top of it, and so it can hold the crab meat. See, now we can.
So he goes away.
Now you can see-
Now
he
he-
disappears for you guys. The ghost can still see and hear him, but as Norton's lantern is taken down, as per the enchantment of the captain's lantern, he's not visible to you guys.
Perhaps
Wesley, do you think you could find me some bird eggs? I think I saw seagulls around. I
can
could
go
try
check.
I can try to make an omelet at least.
Look for some bird eggs.
Okay, sure.
Crab meat.
I think it's gonna be a survival check for you.
Survival.
Is
eh?
it- we're
technically
bougie
it's a
now.
subsist action, because you're trying to find food to subsist upon, I guess.
Okay.
Just became brunchy.
Craft mimosa.
9.
A 9. Wesley comes back with an egg.
Single
Kai
egg.
just immediately
It's a quail egg.
and walks back out the door to go try to get more eggs.
I was imagining like,
No,
Actually, I would like Kai specifically as you're like face palming. Roll nature real quick.
Oh, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Oh God,
we're gonna find out what kind of egg this is.
No recall knowledge.
this is a 14.
A 14.
Yeah.
It's a frilled lizard egg. They're venomous and they're mean.
It's pretty big. I figured we only need the one.
How, where on earth did you find that?
Those rocks by the water?
Did you? And Kai starts like inspecting his hands.
Egg starts cracking.
Might want to get
And Kai grabs it and chucks it through a hole in the wall like a live grenade.
I'm sorry, Cordy. I guess we're not having eggs for breakfast.
Just follow the trajectory.
It's made it so sad. Somewhere in the distance you hear, and you hear it's like some very upset lizards are going to scramble for their job.
I appreciate the effort, dear. Maybe next time.
Did we win yet? I feel like it, yes.
Maybe the crab meat will be enough then.
Well, it's better than nothing. And I'll just pull bits and pieces of.
It's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Well-
is it the reef claw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Corroboration.
But
We
it's
were
it's
told it
that,
was
and then whatever herbs and spices she still has in her little bag of holding.
For sure. You.
So
cook
it's
it up
definitely not
and-
fancy, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
passable.
not fancy, but it is filling, and it wakes you up and kind of gets you back into that mindset of sailing, adventure. And as all of you finish draining your bowl, the broth, the warmth sets a fire in your belly, and then you ready your hearts to go on whatever adventure lies outside that door.
all right, I just don't want to die on an empty stomach. I'm kind of explicitly against that idea. All right.
Leroy raises his glass.
We'll eat that cultist food if we get a chance.
Eat the cultist food?
Yeah, if we see the cultists, we get down into their kitchen, we'll eat their food for you.
Oh, bless you. May the Godfold bless you as you go.
That'll teach them.
Alright, so you guys go outside.
Yeah.
Idle Bay's freshwater spring is abundant with life. There's a waterfall or geyser-like spray that pushes the water outward, seemingly from within the interior of the stony hill that surrounds it. A plethora of green life, flowers, trees, shrubs, and other bits of undergrowth surround this pool. It's about 60 feet wide, with crystal clear blue-green water. Only towards the bottom of the depth, roughly 60 feet or so, does the water become clouded by the bottom murk. I need everyone to tell me what your perception bonus is, please.
7.
7.
5.
5.
For your secret check, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's
as
the
you
secret
walk
anymore.
in, because the water is so clear, you notice two things. There is a large, 5-foot-long eel in the water. Think like Mario 64. Odyssey. It's just vibing, and intermittently it just goes. It's just chilling, latching onto stuff, slinking into rocks. You can see it's very stealthy because, and it stops moving, you can hardly see it, and then starts moving again. It gets kind of caught up in the seaweed and the undergrowth in there. The other thing you notice is at the very bottom. I mean, the deep dip. There is a dip in the water, and there is a single skeleton with stone molded around its waist, and the skeleton is clutching something shiny in its hands, like this.
Don't like that.
About 60 feet down. The other thing that you see is you were looking for a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
You see no tunnel, but you do. I thought it was going to be a lot harder for you guys, but hey, secret rule. Not such a secret anymore. There is what looks like a purposeful rock slide, a rock pile, slammed and jammed in the east side of the lake. It looks like someone clogged it up. The rocks look movable, but it looks like it's going to take some effort.
And how big is the lake part?
It's about 60 feet wide and about as deep. It's pretty big. Hang on, let me get my stick. The stick says... stick.
Very late.
It's about 60 feet. What a deep cut. The stick is 60 feet wide and about 60 feet deep, yeah. So pretty good little pond there.
As we're just sitting on the edge, Cordelia's going to take her knit cardigan off and kind of tuck it into her bag of holding, and you can see extending down parts of her arms it's a tattoo, or at least it looks like it, of wings and feathers that kind of just subtly rustle and shift every now and again. This morning, for chat and for the rest of the party who may not know, she did go ahead and have Imris take up a tattoo transformation for the day, since she knew potentially we were going to be swimming.
That's what happened.
So
How metal.
So
really
mechanically that means your familiar did what?
mechanically, that means that my familiar is now a living tattoo on my body.
So Imris has
Pathfinder's so cool.
molded into a tattoo. No longer
Yeah.
do you have an actual bearded vulture, but he melts into your skin, but is still aware and can still communicate with you.
Yes.
What the fuck's that skeleton doing down there?
Want to find out?
Well, I'm a little nervous, he says as he starts rolling up his pants legs.
Seeing Ernie's intent to go down there, Wesley puts his pack down, grabs his shirt, and just rips it off. As it is fashioned to be tearaway clothing.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Wesley has tearaway
puts it in
clothing.
his pack. Want to race to the bottom? And
Okay, wait.
Oh, okay.
How near is the eel?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Wesley jumps in. All right. So here's the underwater rules.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have a swim speed for any reason?
not yet.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. So this is for everyone. The eel has not yet. Kind of come at you, so to speak. But it's just kind of vibing there. But since you don't have a swim speed, you must keep making athletics checks in order to
Swim checks, yes.
swim checks. Yes, athletics to swim in order to move here. So that's an action. Every time you take the action, you can only go so far.
Yep.
You'll probably be able to swim pretty okay. The rest of you, it might be a little difficult. I will also say that you have a percentage chance as you swim and disturb of the eel just coming towards you. So every action you take, depending on the volatility of it, I'll roll a D100 and see if the eel latches onto you.
Okay.
Damn it,
You said
Wesley.
it was
don't hit my
60
screen.
feet deep? The spring?
60 feet deep, yes.
That's a deep spring.
It's a deep, yeah.
I
It's a
have
deep
some, I
spring.
have some spoilies
Deep
pulled up.
spring. That's why it's called Deep Spring.
Doesn't have the same ring to it as Deep Winter.
Alright, Wesley's in the water.
I take some of the leftover crab meat and just kind of reach into my pocket and pull something out and hold the crab meat just in case, and I dive in.
Okay,
Trying to
so since you jumped in
distract it.
with crab meat,
Oh.
You're gonna alert it to you immediately.
He was always the bait.
so
Yeah, there it is.
Why is
Why is there boss music?
alright,
He's trying to win the race. He doesn't care.
so
Cordelia's like mid-shoe taking off. Wait.
we're gonna turn the battle cam on real quick for you guys.
I explicitly shoved something into the crab meat.
Oh, did you?
Was it
Yes.
glass?
What?
Alright,
Predictable.
so I need my pieces of paper here. As you guys roll, Ernie jumps into the water holding crab meat. The eel is just like
It sounds dumb when you say it that
like Joanna from the
There's a Molotov
the
in it.
rescuers down
way.
under.
Cover myself with base,
Just
Old Bay
begins
seasoning.
squirming towards you. Wesley, you're already
I
into
melted
the water.
some butter earlier.
Both of you must roll athletics for your initiative. Everyone else
I
will
was gonna say, can I roll athletics for
perception. Everyone else will roll perception as you're on the outskirts of.
Just watching this shit happen.
Lord.
Oh.
And let's start this combat.
Oh. Well, that's not what I want a natural
Oh,
20 for, but sure.
Give me a second.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
There we go.
I'm an expert.
All right, and I'm gonna roll for my aquatic friend. All right, 30 to 25.
25.
25. Wow.
I rolled a natural 20.
I just smacked the thing so hard that the standby screen came back on. All right, Cordelia. 20 to 25.
23.
Brooks. Everyone else.
19.
17.
14.
Kai, Ernie, and Wesley.
As initiative begins, Kai looks down at the water, looks over at Cordelia and says, 5 gold says Ernie blames you for making the lobster smell so good.
All right. I'll turn the bounce.
You know what? Sure.
Just a shimmy. It's a little too loud for us. All right. Let me just get the HPs written down real quick. No.
5 gold says 5 gold. He says it's the perfect bait.
All right.
Oh.
Cordelia, you're up first.
Oh, so I'm still above water.
Mhm.
Thank goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and as she reaches her hands out, her eyes kind of glaze over black a little as she casts Forbidding Ward on the eel and Ernie.
Okay.
So Ernie, you feel, you know, it's meant to be reassuring, but it's definitely unnerving. It's that same kind of smoky, wispy tendrils that you're familiar with as Cordelia's little helping hand. So you'll have +2 to your AC and saving throws against the creature.
Thank you.
Side point: has every initiative been Ernie kicking it off?
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Let's not analyze this too closely.
Can't keep a tally.
Keep a tally. All right.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Cordelia, you have 2 actions left.
I feel
or
like
one?
I have
Started
one.
this.
I have one left.
Okay.
And she's gonna reach over and pat Kai's shoulder and give him guidance.
All right, you have guidance. We love it.
Excellent.
We're gonna go Brooks with Kai on deck. Brooks, you're outside the water. You see this large 5-foot eel, about 20 feet from Ernie and about 40 feet from you at an angle.
He rolls his eyes and takes a silver fork out of his breast pocket.
Yes! Say it! Say it!
He says, "Dinner time," and it extends into a trident, and he dives into the water.
Yes! Okay. Retrieving it, 1 action. Diving, 1 action.
As he dives into the water, his eyes flash.
Okay.
He's going to cast Athletic Rush, which gives him a swim speed
Oh!
for a round. and an extra 10-foot status bonus, and +2 to my athletic check. So
That's
for the round. So I'm
that's
going
amazing.
to dive in
Mm-hmm.
and cast that, and then use the swim from athletic rush to go 35 feet.
Okay. For your third action?
Yeah.
And
well,
you get-
and then I move for the first action.
Okay. Well, to get into the water, that would be your stride into the water, and you can't split the movement like that. So, like, once you get the water, that's your first action.
Okay, well, athletic rush and then dive in.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Athletic rush, and then you...
Okay.
I'll say, as a part of athletic rush, this isn't really how it works, but since you were literally adjacent to the water, why don't you just roll athletics for me? Again, this is not, like, per the rules, but just to see how much into the water you got. Since
Come on,
that is just,
Aquaman.
like,
Athletics plus 19.
19. Okay, so you could have easily got right up on it if you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah?
Ernie gives you like a.
Yeah.
He's just shaking his head like underwater.
Alright, that's when we get to Kai with Ernie on deck.
We need
fucking
an
shut.
we need an emote for chat that's like Ernie fucks.
I can make that happen. As if Ernie's gonna survive long enough for that to be relevant.
Yeah, for real.
That will be the ultimate relevancy. Well, so Kai is going to kind of slowly kind of sit down on his flanks, line the Giselle shot up by just propping it against a rock. And I'm going to prepare a spell strike.
Okay.
So essentially, if that eel is about to catch one of them, I'm going to fire a spell strike and put it to sleep.
Okay. I will tell you this. You have your range increment halved for your gun because it's a piercing weapon.
Sure.
It's a firearm. So what's your range increment on your gun?
90 feet?
Okay, you can still.
Yeah.
You're still good.
Is there any sort of actually? Let me ask you, because I mean, Kai knows he's fired underwater. I'm putting a K.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of concealment or
Not for a gun.
disadvantage that's when fired? Okay.
If it was anything that's bludgeoning or slashing, automatically fails.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
piercing will not. So good choice of weapon there, I guess. All right, is that it for Kai?
Yeah, that's it for
Ready
Kai.
to spell strike?
Yep.
Spell strike. Ernie, you're up with Wesley on deck.
How close is the big? The eel's coming for me, right?
10 feet. It's 10 feet. From
And it's
you.
looking
I
at
said
me?
20 feet. It's 20 feet. I'm sorry, I said 20 feet earlier. It's looking at you, but then Brooks swam out to it, so it's like,
Is its mouth open?
his mouth is open.
I swim straight for it.
Okay, you have to roll athletics. That's a swim check, which is an athletics check.
I'm gonna trigger this.
That's gonna be
rooted action real quick.
an 11.
And 11. So
You only
were
have
trying to go
guidance
how
until
far?
my next turn, by the
Within
way.
15 feet. And 11 is a success, so you can move
5 feet plus 5 feet per 20 feet of your lane.
So you can move 10 feet.
All right,
You have to make another check to get
I'll do it again.
All right, so make another check. Underwater combat is rough.
Actually, hold on.
Eel, then.
I don't think that matters here. It does not.
You're not flat-footed.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. That was one better.
Okay, yeah. You make it into the mouth.
And then at the mouth, I take
I'm just making sure.
my ball of crab meat, and I just throw it in the mouth.
Okay.
I wanted to eat it.
Okay. Sure.
He might on his.
Wesley,
I swim towards the skeleton. So
you swim towards the skeleton. All right, athletics for me.
29.
That's a crit success. You're
So
trying to go how far?
Well, on a crit success, it's 10 plus 5 per 20 feet, so I can move 15 feet.
Well, you were trying to go 60 feet, right? So on a success, which is 20, you would have gone 20 feet. You would have gone 20 feet. So you're 20 feet down right now on a 25.
20. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you need to go one more, and you'll be down there.
Let's go again. 24.
24. You're right next to it. The skeleton is holding something very shiny in its hands, like this, like grasping at it. And you can see the bottom of the rock, it's not just crushed its legs, it's fused to the rock. Like the skeleton can't escape. And it's holding, like, you can see it's a small silver necklace with a blue, almost like translucent circle in the middle of it.
Poor Skelly.
Could I attempt to use thievery to try and finagle the necklace
Absolutely, you
from
can try to
its
make a
fingers?
thievery check. DC is higher because you're underwater, but I think you can try it.
Bazam! 28.
You just
Damn.
you take it, and the skeleton's hands curl backwards, and they go to its head, and then you watch as it dissolves to dust. And the necklace is in your hands.
Is it sandy?
I win. Can someone pass this to Wesley, please?
Spooky.
So if it's dust underwater, is it just sandy?
It's sandy. It became part of the
And
sand.
then at the end of my round, I lose 1 air of breath.
All right. You lose 1 air.
1 round.
One round of breath.
I
That's
have
an action.
174.
One air.
All right. First thing that's going to happen is the eel is going to absolutely chomp on that crab meat that's right in front of it. It's like, hey, free buffet. What the heck? Swallows it whole. One big.
All right, it has consumed my lethargy poison.
Oh!
Oh.
What's the save?
It's a fortitude save.
Okay, its fortitude is going to be a 20.
Well, that didn't work.
So it's like,
It's DC 18.
little
close.
little umami on there. Little umami.
Wow.
All right, that was playing A&D.
That's one action. So as it's eating that and it's looking at you, it's going to try and bite you because it's like, hey, more please.
I'm like, wait.
That triggers Plan B, I believe.
I'm
That
like
will
waiting for it to-
activate
That does
my
activate
prevention.
Plan B, so I'm going to bite. Actually, your trigger will... You held action, right?
I
That's what
did.
you
I did
Okay,
hold
so that's
action,
your... Okay. So, if you crit, it interrupts this action. He doesn't get to take it, which is
All
a
right.
really cool mechanic here.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
You have +1.
Yeah,
or
plus
no,
one.
actually, yeah, +1.
Yeah, I think it's +1 here.
So as it bites into the crab meat, the jaw's coming down and scattering it everywhere.
Oh.
The poison just spilling out of its sides. Its eyes turn to Ernie, and then...
28?
That's a crit. That's exactly a crit. So it opens its mouth
The
to
plus
see
one
Ernie,
better.
and then the Giselle fires out the bullet, piercing through the water, and then blasting through the side of its head, unleashing a spell that was stored within the bullet.
Sleep.
Oh. Good night, sweet
It
prince.
gets a save.
Okay, save.
Also, what I think sleep is incapacitation.
So
So
long
will
and
save.
thanks
Okay,
for
so
all the
level 1
fish.
creature, so
Will save. DC 17.
16.
Good night, bitch.
The creature falls unconscious. So as the bullet just through the water pierces into its side, Ernie, to you it almost seems like the lethargy you put in there kicks in because it just ooh.
Ernie audibly says, "Fuck yeah!"
Okay.
All of his breath.
You lose all your breath?
Yeah.
Alright.
He says
After he says fuck yeah, and loses all of his breath, the second eel
Worth
comes
it.
out of the You fool!
Oh,
I mean, too hard.
And that one's asleep for 1 hour though.
So that was asleep for 1 hour.
1 hour, yeah.
Holy crap.
we're about to make it a sleep forever.
This
Oh no,
one,
excuse me. Regular failure, 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay, that's still good. So the second eel that was just kind of vibing, it sees the bullet and that and it looks and it sees things that are floating. It's just gonna go for the closest one, which is Wesley. So 1 action to swim, and then 1 action. It's first gonna swim towards you, and then it stops suddenly, and then just spins its tail and tries to whip you with its tail. Ooh, 12 versus AC.
That's a miss. My AC is 18 because I'm underwater.
So as it swings, it misses, and then it swims under your legs and tries to slap you in the back of the head with its next action. Miss, absolute miss. As your
How?
big miss. It's
Well,
a
If it's a crit, I can.
8.
An 8 is a critical miss. I'm gonna riposte. it.
Okay.
So this will be.
Hashtag swashbuckler things.
It's only a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Yeah.
Still a good riposte. So it's dancing around you and dancing around it as it's slithering and swirling. This blue slimy eel with this like static electricity just kind of like pulsing off of it. That's gonna bring us to the top with Cordelia.
all right. Since the one has been taken down, she shifts her blackened gaze over to Wesley and the new eel. So now you're warded against it.
Very nice.
What a cool spell.
That's so cool.
Ernie pouts.
Yeah, you feel it retreat.
No, to air.
I should note.
Drowning was
And that was, since that was a crit, it also triggered the fatal D12, so I also did 18 damage to
You
that. eel.
also did 18 damage to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it asleep forever?
it's asleep forever. It sleeps belly up. It has exactly 18 HP.
Lethal.
You're like, yes, my sleep spell worked. And you see it like the blood just like, and you're like, oh, my sleep spell really worked. Maybe that's not the best spell to lodge inside of a bullet.
Yeah. Good
I
night.
can't reach it at once.
All right.
All right, and then with her last action, her one seafoam green eye flashes, and she's gonna cast Evil Eye on it.
Okay, evil eye.
I need it to go ahead and make a will saving throw.
Ooh, natural 18, so that's going to be 24.
Okay, then it saves. So nothing happens to it.
Okay.
Dang it.
I know. Alright, is that it?
Yep.
Don't forget, every attack you make, you're losing air.
Mm-hmm.
I posted those rules for a reason.
Yeah, 1 round.
In
And then
case you didn't know.
And if you're hit by a crit or critically fail an effect, it's another round.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's going to bring us to Brooks with Kai on deck.
So the eel dies.
Yeah, absolutely. Lethal sleep. Forever
Ernie
sleep.
says, fuck yeah. Is he like now struggling for breath?
So, we were just debating how I thought the rules worked was that I would drop unconscious at the end of my next turn if I did not break the surface.
But it's now.
But it's now.
So you're like, fuck yeah!
So,
Wait, you're unconscious?
yeah,
If you
it
don't
starts
have
You
any-
suffocating.
gain wounded 1?
Presumably.
You gain wounded 1?
Well, you're not dying, you're just unconscious, right?
Yeah. Hang on, let me check the rules real
I'm
quick. This is
unconscious
important.
and
It's
drowning.
Yeah, you didn't gain the
suffocating.
dying condition, you gained
I-
the unconscious.
I thought I would be
condition.
at 0 air, and then I would hit -1
Oh,
air.
but then you have to start rolling to start taking damage.
Yeah,
So-
suffocation hurts
Yeah,
bad.
it hurts really bad. Oh.
So, in that case, Brooks is going to turn to Ernie and see him just kind of like... So he's going to roll his eyes underwater, grab the gnome, and start swimming up.
And you have a swim speed, so...
Well,
Ernie?
not anymore.
Oh, it was only for that turn?
Yeah.
Ernie so far has been the guy that goes like 0-10 and goes GG easy because he's
Okay, so...
Get wrecked,
360
noob.
no breath.
friggin' look at these friggin' noobs 0-10 something like that.
Look, I gave him a lethargy potion. He fell asleep. I don't know what your problem is.
It was a success.
And you fell asleep too.
I haven't. That's the last thing I saw.
So I need to roll athletics then, right?
Yes, please. Well, no, you have swim speed, so you don't have to roll athletics. You just move.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
It was for the casting of that spell.
just for the one cast.
Just for the
the
one
one
round.
round.
Okay, gotcha.
Athletics.
You're trying to move 20 feet, so it's going to be a DC 20.
It falls asleep.
I
Fuck
rolled
yeah. You're
11.
unconscious. It's unconscious.
Okay, so that's a
Blood
fail, so you
everywhere.
only move half as much, so you move 10.
10 feet.
Yeah, you move 10 feet.
Okay. Is that 2 actions that I've just done?
That's one action to swim.
Okay.
So 10 feet.
I'll try again.
No, he's taking
dragging
Ernie
me
and
to the
Yeah, I'm
swimming
dragging-
up.
Oh!
I'm dragging Ernie. That's why I was
He's bringing him
wondering
to the
if it's
surface.
Okay, yeah, you've gotten halfway up, so you need to go
Okay.
up more.
So one more. Oh, a natural 1.
A natural 1.
You have hero
Make
Oh.
no
You
do have a hero
progress,
point.
lose 1 round of air.
I will use a hero point because that sounds
That
like
sounds
a good time
terrible.
to use
That
it.
sounds way better.
Can y'all imagine losing?
22 instead.
22? Okay, you make it to the surface, and
Thanks.
Ernie...
We all just go.
Do CPR. Big Jolly in chat says, do CPR on Ernie, and the first thing he says to his brother is, I am God.
It says you're no longer unconscious and no longer suffocating as long as you're not at 0.
I'm going to give Brooks a hero
I'm at
point
full
for
hit
saving
points.
Ernie's ass. Oh my God.
Honestly, I think it'd be
Good
fair
use
if I
then.
gave him my hero point. I'm gonna pass my hero point because I think that's fair because I did not understand the rules correctly. That said, would do it again.
10 out of 10.
All right, after Brooks, this brings us to Kai. So,
Worth it.
Brooks just
Oh,
pulls Ernie to
Lord.
the surface, breathing. You can see Ernie's like... Brooks looks kind of miffed, but he's got him in his hands. You can see right now Wesley is doing the Tanglefoot Tango with this eel that's slithering around him, dodging the blade. They're going back and forth, like darting at each other.
So cool.
Okay. Unfortunately, I reload, I recharge Spell Strike,
Yes.
and then I normally fire because I only have an action left.
Okay, good. Absolutely.
Let's see if we can help Wesley out. I believe we will. That's a 23.
23 does hit, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Oh man, regular
What spell
hits.
did you
We hate
strike?
this. No.
Oh, no.
That's 2 actions. I don't have
You
that.
just
I'm not
reloaded.
enough for that. 5 damage.
5 damage. It fires through and pierces through its fleshy bits. As it pierces through, you see bits of blue scales, just kind of, or like scales, more like slimy skin, I guess. And it splatters blood, and you can see this like red water just kind of spill around your face, Wesley, as it stops squirming for just a second. All right, anything else, Kai?
No, that's my turn.
Ernie, you're up.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh, I look down. Are we winning?
He just like looks down and sees like Wesley like wrestling.
Okay.
Wrestling.
And I dive back under.
Okay.
We have to
I
get
want
you
you to roll a con
floaties.
save, please.
Don't do anything.
You mean like a
stupid.
fortitude save?
Yeah. Fortitude.
23.
Okay, you're solid.
All right, athletics to start swimming.
Pico says, Ernie, enjoy a hero point. Thank you,
Ooh.
Pico Jelly in chat.
I appreciate that.
Ernie, take this.
Okay, my athletics to swim down is 19.
19. How far are you trying to go?
10 feet.
Yeah.
I want to be able to kind of see what's going on.
All right, so you're 10 feet below Brooks right now, and you can see this thing darting in and out, trying to avoid Wesley's rapier, which he swings quite admirably underwater, slicing at it, but it's so agile, it's just dodging out of the way.
How far away is Wesley?
Slashing gets a penalty.
How far is Wesley from you?
I'm at the bottom.
He's at the bottom, and you swam down 10 feet, so
Yeah.
he would be
50 feet.
like 50 feet, 40 feet from you, yeah.
All right, I am going to kind of just wave, like, kind of like a come up, and ready in action that if the eel gets within melee range of me, I will actually I pull my short sword and I will swing the short sword at it if it gets within melee range.
Got it. Okay. All right, that's going to bring us down to Wesley, the eel right in front of you. That's my noise for every monster now.
It's good noise.
That's not
Hang
even
on,
true.
can we pause for 1 second? I'm going to Google what sound does eel make.
It's that, but frothier.
Oh.
There it
That
is.
sounds about right.
Do they even
What
make
on the
those?
post?
Oh, it's mine.
It's you.
All right,
Please stop.
So I'm trying to think. I'll like pull like a Zorling and try to like spiral swim through the eel, but this is going to be a tumble through maneuver.
Tumble through. Okay,
So
got
it's
it.
my acrobatics versus its reflex. So this is 29. versus-
Reflex is a crit. Its reflex DC is 19.
Okay, so I don't remember
These
what
exact
the-
crits are
What
killing
the
me.
heck? That's. I'm telling you, the math in this game is
So
so.
I,
So,
I,
yeah.
I swim through them, which gives me panache, and then I'm just gonna burn it immediately and use my confident finisher on it.
Okay.
So,
So just move this so people can see. You swim through
Panache.
and behind it and try and use a confident finisher. What do eels sound like?
I'll burn a point because I want to kill it, and I rolled really doo-doo.
Okay. your
Time to
opponent's
get
net.
panasty.
I liked it.
Thank you.
I didn't.
16 hit.
16 does not hit. I'm sorry.
Well, it still takes damage.
Unless it's flat-footed from something, yeah.
I mean, it has a swim speed, so I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
that
swim
would be-
feet, so yeah, definitely not.
Oh wait, actually, does tumble through? Does it?
Tumble through should give it flat-footed.
Uh,
He said with 30% confidence.
Yeah.
there's no-
This man suddenly knows the swashbuckler rules.
No, that's a.
A
Wait,
feat.
that's an acrobat feature.
Yeah.
Do I have that feature right now?
Rules.
Because I am an acrobat.
All I've ever heard them say was, "Don't eat me at a sushi restaurant." If they're still talking at the sushi restaurant, you're getting some good sushi. Let's see, tumble through.
But I'm unnerved all the same.
I've already Googled this before.
No, okay, my accurate definition, when I critical succeed, I don't treat them as difficult terrain.
You don't treat it as difficult terrain. You just
But
go farther.
I'm going to get an ability later where I can make them flat footed.
Sounds about right.
So he still takes
Seems a little damage.
4
Okay.
points of damage.
He's bloody. That's half of his health.
I can't make another attack because I used a finisher, so I'm just gonna
So,
swim away.
you sort of
My
do
third
that.
action.
As your third action, you swim away.
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong creature here.
So 16.
16? How far are you trying to go?
I mean, I don't know. Just as
Let's
far
see,
as I can
16?
get on a 16.
16 is going to bring you
I don't
10
have a-
feet. 10
yeah,
feet.
yeah, 10 feet's fine.
So, like, start swimming in this
If you
direction.
don't make a swim check, you sink 10 feet. I don't
Yeah.
get stuck at the bottom, so that's
Yeah.
2 rounds of air because I attacked.
Yeah, I need to turn this a little bit. There we go.
And how many rounds of air do you have again?
172.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cheating.
Wait.
I have breath control. I don't
Oh, breath control. Okay,
it
I was
gives me
like,
25 times the amount of.
How
I can breathe.
convenient.
You can just talk underwater.
It's 17 and a half minutes.
But if you talk, you lose all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to open my mouth.
Guys, by
That
the
was a
way,
bait.
By
Then
the
I
way,
ask that you
if
don't
you talk,
scream.
you lose all of it.
So as it's wounded, it's
Yeah.
got blood and guts kind of spilling out of it, and it's like swirling around. It sees you going away, and it's like, and it just like up and down, darts out at you, and as it goes, it tries to go like through your legs, and then just bring the tail straight up between your legs.
For a 19.
You've added the +2 from the.
That's plus 2, then it's
Mhm.
a 20.
Are you flat-footed because of
Yes, with
Underwater.
her bonus, it brings me back to 20.
you're at 20?
You don't have underwater
And the
knowledge.
tail comes up and misses. Oh, his AC is so high. All right, and then it's gonna try and tail slap you one more time with its last action. Natural 1.
That's gonna be a repo.
He's gonna riposte it.
Wazam!
Get him.
18.
18 exactly hits. Go ahead and damage up.
I don't have to dash anymore, so it's not. It's gonna be 7 more damage.
7 more damage. It's lingering on with 1 HP left. It is at death's door.
And still determined.
It's like bleeding. Well, it's hungry and it doesn't understand. It wants to run, but like it knows there's nowhere to go. It knows. All right, let's go to the top. Cordelia, you can see this happening with Wesley down there, like slicing into a brand new sushi. What would you like to do?
She's gonna.
Yara.
She's just gonna wait out a little bit and try to daze it.
Okay.
So I needed to go ahead and make a will save.
That's going to be 19.
That's exactly it.
Sorry.
Sorry. Let's see. But it's still gonna take the damage.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just not stunned. So it takes 4 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it has 1.
Yeah, it has
so.
1. So as Cordelia, as you see that Wesley slicing this thing, cutting it and slicing it up, how do you finish it off? Tell me how you spectacularly defeat this enemy.
Oh no!
It's like from action.
Yeah, I mean, she just reaches out to it, and its little brain explodes because it's a mental jolt. I don't know what to say.
Wow. Harsh.
Its little pea brain is like eat, and then it's like some enter nuke man die. Eat, die? Question mark.
And that's Amore.
I think it's swimming towards you, and it just kind of short circuits, and then it just starts floating up.
Why did you make the eel divide by 0?
Did you say that's Amore?
No.
Get out of my table.
Well,
all right.
Please stay, everyone.
And that does, in fact, end their combat.
And he swims back to the surface.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
What do I say to make the thing?
I'm full.
I'm full.
Or no, it was satisfied, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I am satiated.
I am satiated. Oh, God.
Yeah, so that went a little bit sideways.
You all swam back to the shore, like up on the shore.
Y'all did
I
great.
dangle the necklace in front of Ernie.
Yeah, you won. Alright?
The commitment.
Nice shot. I don't know why I'm so damn tasty.
Well, you know what? I thought to save you, but I think I ended up bringing that other one.
I don't know when he's gonna wake up. I gave him some of my poison. He's sleeping.
Oh, he won't be doing that.
The body just kind of...
Yeah, it just kind of belly up floats.
Yeah.
He must be real tired.
Ethan, Art's good in chat, says go get the crab meat back.
We don't need the crab meat, but there's plenty of eel meat.
Oh, it's like a stuffed eel.
I want
The real
poison.
Thanksgiving treat.
The glass shards.
Glass shards and poison.
Yeah. Alright, look. We all did things we regret.
I regret nothing.
Yeah, you did good.
I don't think I hit y'all that combat.
So, we gotta move them rocks, right?
Yeah, I'm still good to go.
I pull out the winch.
I return to my pack and grab my crowbar.
Is there a tree nearby? You
A tree? Yeah, absolutely. There's trees nearby.
Alright, I hitch the come along up to a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and I hand a big hook and actually pull out a net,
Mm-hmm.
and I hand it to Wesley. And I was like, just attach this to some rocks so we can lift them out.
Okay. So I'll grab that crowbar in the other hand. Well, I guess I'll stick my crowbar in like the bell sleeve.
Speedo.
And then
When you tear away, it all tears away.
Wesley frog leaps into the water and dives down, and
I'll use my crowbar to kind of loosen rocks and wedge the net in there to try and like pull them out and like en masse, just like.
okay. I'll say that you can make the check that was originally required, which was going to be a an athletics check to dislodge them. You can do it with fortune because of this.
Hot.
With Ernie helping with this.
Yeah. Cranking the
You're
winch.
looking for a 17.
Got a 28.
That's a crit success. So, like, you crank it, and Wesley latches it on. He gets it two good tugs, and then the rocks just split open, revealing the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm glad I bought this thing. It's been helpful. Put it back in the backpack.
Honestly, a really good investment.
Yeah. Eventually, when one of these things eats me, y'all make sure y'all get this up my back. It's good.
Save him! Save him! Takes the come along only.
It takes the bag.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got to go down into a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea how long this thing is. Rule 1 is don't talk, but we should maybe come up with some other plans because it could just go on forever. Did you see anything when the rocks came away, Wesley? Is it dark?
There's a bunch of dust in the way, but I peer down to see if it's settled by now.
So the pool leads to a tunnel that dips, and like the kitchen sink goes straight up. There's only room for 2 people in the tunnel that can breathe. That you can go get air. Like once you go dip and go up, you can see that there's a little surface area for air. Only 2 can fit at a time, and then it gets even narrower, and you don't actually climb, but you'll have to squeeze up into the tunnel to get into the cave. So like think of it as like a kitchen sink. It goes down and then it goes up and then it gets even thinner and then you can't see anything in there because it's like pitch black.
What a nightmare. Like I'm getting
high
thinking about it.
Welcome to Soda Kim's claustrophobia nightmare.
Yeah, so...
When I return to my pack, I'm going to grab a couple things so they'll be with me. And there, I grab my thieves' tools.
Okay.
I grab a feather token.
Okay.
And a bag of marbles.
Okay.
Just in case.
And I give Cordelia one of my leaves for the day.
Oh.
In case she needs it.
A little pedal.
Thank you. I'll kind of tuck it.
I guess maybe we should put our packs somewhere hidden. Is there like a bush?
Yeah, there's bushes.
Bushes.
Yeah, I mean, or we can swim with them on our backs.
I open my pack. What do I have in here? Well, I guess I can get wet. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
if there's anything you don't want wet, I can put it in my
Just
bag
put
of
the whole
holding.
backpack in there.
It's always time for liar's dice.
I had my pack in a bush.
Kai takes off his entire pouch of gunpowder and just goes bag of holding.
Yeah, she'll stuff it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
After
only
like
have
emptying the Giselle itself too.
Absolutely.
I feel like I only have clothes and food in here or something, so I'm just gonna smush down and like.
And just wedge it in there too.
Kai eyes Leslie for a moment. You said room for 2.
Yeah, I really feel like we should only go 2 at a
Why?
time.
Why? I don't music.
God said, "May there be combat."
Not again.
emerges from the depths.
We're playing Elden Ring after all.
Yeah.
So
Those were the babies.
Hello,
We'll find
victorious
the
one.
box.
You just missed some electrifying encounters.
all right, we should
Get out
only
of here,
send 2
Sable.
at a time unless we send Wesley, because Wesley apparently doesn't need to breathe.
I mean, I do, but not as often.
I just don't understand how you can hold your breath so much longer than I
It's easy to
can.
just
I got tired just watching you. Who wants to go first? I'm very good at squeezing through tight places because I'm like
I am also
half your size and a third your size.
Well, I mean, now that she's taken off the layers, she is tiny.
Yeah, you can.
Is she
fit.
wearing like a one piece?
I always imagine Other Mother from Coraline.
Yeah. Very spindly, very.
Let's find the squeeze action.
I put the short sword back in the backpack. Wesley, do you just want to like spot people as they go through, in case there's
Are we in the back?
an accident?
Oh god.
Do we need a rope?
What? Like you tie it around our waist and you reel us out?
I would
Pull us through the thin part.
Your winch is still
She's
up.
greater.
Yeah, I pull the winch back out.
Okay.
In case we need to pull someone.
Yeah, I don't know how far this is.
There's-
So we have any idea how far? So it's 60 feet to the bottom of the.
Mm-hmm. It's like 40 foot down to a dip, then it's like a 10-foot tunnel, then it goes straight up,
For an unknown amount.
unknown amount because it's there's no light,
But
there's no light source.
all right, so the winch has 50 feet of rope, and I reach into my backpack and I pull out 2 more coils. Here's 100 more.
And we have 30 seconds of holding breath time.
Yeah, 36.
yeah,
Believe me,
5
because
plus.
after 6
Yeah, okay.
seconds, I was like, man.
Just don't I can feel your squeeze. It takes a minute to retry.
Oh. Oh god.
So
This is the deadly encounter.
So can we use you like respirator since you've got like
I
17
take the
minutes of
winch's
air?
hook, and I hook it to the top of my backpack, and I was like, I'm tired of talking about this, and I jump in.
Yeah, that's never been a problem in the past. All right, you
Yeah.
jump in.
Yeah, Ernie going
For
first.
brevity's sake, you are going to make your athletics to get through into the tunnel and swim accordingly.
All right, I'm swimming.
Yeah, I'm just making you do one check.
Athletics.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use that hero point that chat gave me.
This is essentially you're going to succeed. It's essentially how much breath you're wasting.
That's much better.
Oh, so much
24.
All right, 24.
I had a natural 2, chat. Thanks
Yeah.
for the hero point.
You make it into
Thank you,
the
Pico
tunnel,
Jelly.
and it dips up. So you swam. You're underwater still, and then you break the surface. You go down, and then you go up about 20 feet. So how much rope you got?
I got 150.
Okay, you got about half that left now that you've gone through the tree, down and up, and then it goes up. Now it starts off as like a climb.
I refilled my breath at the little.
Yeah,
place.
you're full
Okay.
breath. So basically, think like upwards tunnel now that curves just at the top, and you can barely see it because there's no light. Like you have to start climbing, and then eventually you are going to be squeezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have an easier DC than everyone else because of your size.
And
Yeah,
the squeeze
I'm-
is still underwater?
No, it's no longer
No,
underwater.
okay.
It's out of the water.
Thank God.
I'm
I thought it was like a rocket, and then you had to go back
I'm
under
not
and
that
squeeze.
cruel. I'm not that.
That's what I thought. That's
Oh,
what
I
I
was
was
like-
like,
No. The water stops. You can breathe, and then you climb up out of the squeeze into the tunnel.
Oh, I thought it was a dip and then go
Yeah.
squeezing through water.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was
Glad.
talking of airplane.
Okay, well then at that point,
Well, that's a better idea. Let me just draw some water on my back real quick.
once I'm out of the water, I take the hook off my backpack, I tug twice, and then drop it so that they can reel it back in for the next person.
Okay.
And then I start squeezing up.
Okay. You are going to make an action that is going to be squeeze.
I'm gonna go ahead and get in the water, and if anyone seems struggling, I'm gonna prepare myself to try and
Give 'em a
get
little-
them
It's
to
just-
air.
All right. So squeeze is an action. It's an exploration action. This action is for an exceptionally small spaces. That's difficult terrain. Go ahead and roll
Squeeze action, right?
acrobatics.
Trained is shoulder size, master is head size.
Acrobatics.
26.
26. That is a success.
I'm a rogue. I'm good
You
at
go
acrobatics.
through.
Oh,
You shoot through
be
in
all right.
1 minute per 5 feet.
you'll be.
So it's about 30 feet up or so. So Ernie, in the next 6 minutes, you were like, yeah.
That's terrible.
Do not start combat. Squeeze.
And you step into the room.
Thank goodness that wasn't underwater.
yeah.
And
Your
so while that's
passive to bonus of perception is +7, correct?
That is correct.
Awesome. Okay. So you're in the room.
I am going to actually, because I don't want to get caught here by myself, as I'm getting out of the squeeze, I'm full on trying to avoid detection to the best of my ability.
Okay.
No, I'm not fucking around anymore.
It seems fairly easy because of how dark it is
Yeah,
in
I'm
here.
not lighting a torch. I'm just kind of.
Do you have dark vision?
I do not. I'm not able
You-
to see.
You
I am
can't
light
see.
vision.
Yeah, you
I-
are essentially blinded at how dark it is in here.
Yeah, I reached quietly into my bag and I have my igniter and a torch ready,
Okay.
but I am staying in the dark.
Understood. So I will not holding a handful of crab meat. I'm not going to describe the room because all you can smell is this dank, raw earth. The stench of water that has long become stagnant. You can hear the like that generic sort of cave
I have
sound.
low light vision.
Low light. There's not enough light
Yeah,
to
that's
count.
what I
It's it's dark. There's little cracks of light from how the earth breaks and sometimes, but it's not even enough to really light a path. You can kind of see some wall and you can kind of see that there's a ground, but you can see the shapes of rocks. There's some sort of cliffy kind of thing going on. It's a narrow cave and that's all you can make out. Who's up next? Wesley, you're on patrol.
I'll go next.
All right, Kai, dive in.
Yeah, so Kai, up until very recently, thought he was probably the best swimmer of the group, but he's seen Wesley turn into the Little Mermaid, so. But he'll dive in, eager to kind of get past this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take my athletics roll. I think you said.
Athletics first.
Okay, that's going to be a 20, not natural, but a 20.
A 20 is a success. Good.
Okay. And that gets me to the squeezy place.
That gets you to the squeezy. So you breathe, and you can see the squeeze. The climb's going to be easy enough. You're going to get up about 5 feet,
Yeah.
and then you'll have to start squeezing.
All right, let's get started with the squeeze. That's an acrobatics.
Mhm.
Is that
Yes,
correct?
it is.
Okay, let's spend that hero point. We're gonna spend my hero point. Wait. Yes.
My hero. Secret.
Oh my god, I rolled exactly the same thing. Okay, I rolled a 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
Alright, that is not a critical fail, but it is a fail.
Oh my god.
On a failure.
So big.
I'm gonna get fucking stuck.
On a failure, you just slide down, and now the DC is now higher. So you guys, you don't see this, but Kai, you're going and you're squeezing, like almost like army crawling upwards. Even for someone as athletic as you, it's an incredible strain on your muscles. And just when you're like reaching the surface, you slide down, so it scrapes up your arms. You know, then you like slide on the gravel, scraping up and down your arms, the skin tearing, and you fall back down and plop into the water. It is now more difficult for you to reach the top.
All right.
Big Jolly in chat has just inspired you. Have a hero point, Kai.
Oh.
He really wants to
Thank
get
you,
up
Jolly.
there.
Thank you. I probably need that. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this one more time.
Okay. Because we were the DC is now higher.
Oh, I'm aware. Oh, that was very close to a thing. Do I want to spend that freshly gained hero point?
Me? I don't know. I don't know what the DC is.
Do I
don't know
hear
this-
him struggling?
You hear.
It takes you 6 minutes to get back to him.
Yeah.
Okay. I reach into my backpack
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, well, it's a good thing last time I was on the ship, I picked up this special item and have had with me this entire time. You see, chat, in Pathfinder there is a feat called Prescient Planner where you can say you've been carrying an item the entire time if it's reasonable that you could have bought it at the most recent time you were in town.
Oh, I totally got that thing. What did you get?
Butter.
Oil.
Oil?
Oil.
It's just oil?
Just oil.
Okay.
And I pull it out of my backpack and I start slicking up the tunnel.
Like olive oil or like.
I mean, whichever one you think is
Oil
slicker,
barrels.
I can have magically pulled out any of them.
I'm going to say that this is like an oil barrel for like starting fires.
So crude oil.
It's like, well, yeah.
Like lantern oil.
Like lantern
Yeah.
oil,
Alright,
yeah.
So I start pouring oil in there and,
So you just
and
feel
lowering a
you feel cold, oil begin to pour on your head.
The deep odor of dead whale.
Yeah.
You're just like, aren't you glad I had this?
Okay. The DC is now lower.
Let's get some light in here.
I still don't know whether or not I
Of course, you have that feat.
What
Ernie
did-
was built around.
Ernie, what
I
that.
was about to say, I saw that feat in the book and built a character around
Ernie,
it.
what did you succeed on?
I
He poured oil.
I poured oil all over
No,
you.
but what did you succeed on whenever you went up?
It was a 24.
24.
Yeah. Kai's now glistening.
Ernie, what's your roll flat check for me, please?
I'm beautiful, but we're gonna take this one more time.
13.
Okay.
Jolly, thanks
Ernie,
for the hero point.
You succeed and you pour the oil. As you do
There
it,
we
you
go.
turn back towards where you came out of. You haven't moved very far. You feel your foot tug against something,
Oh
and you hear, and then you hear. That's it.
no. Oh boy.
You hit a tripwire, and something went.
Hey man, I don't want to rush you, but that sounded pretty fucked up what I just did.
I hear him say that, and that compels me to action. I spend the extra hero point, and this time it's a 25.
Huzzah!
25?
25.
Success.
Like a
So
fish
Kai,
swimming
you have
upstream.
dark vision.
Yeah, I do have dark vision.
So, Kai, you slide up to the top, and before I describe the cave to you, which you can see very well, what's our location for Brooks, Wesley, and Cordelia?
I guess
I'm guessing while he's struggling, the next person is at least swimming.
Yeah, I would have started to get ready to head that way. Once
Okay.
once we felt the tug of the rope that somebody had gotten up there.
So you're prepping to start
Yeah.
swimming, and Brooks, you're
So I'm
Behind her,
just kind of
yeah.
waiting.
behind her, and Wesley, you're just swimming in the water. Okay. All right. So as you get up, you're slick with oil.
Uh-oh.
You, absolutely slick with oil.
You look like a swimsuit calendar model.
You
An
see,
ugly one.
You see Ernie, and you see this room. It's a narrow cave. It's got a stony path along the east side wall that rises about 15 feet before descending down to ground level once more. There are various rocks and patches of this uneven earth on the ground that look like they were moved by natural or unnatural causes. And in the ceiling, there is what looks like a trap door. It is hanging open. You hear it before you see it. And Ernie feels it before you see it. As the pseudopod lifts up of a large black ooze slaps onto Ernie's back. We're going to go ahead and take our break before we roll
God.
initiative. With the party absolutely split.
Yeah,
All right.
6-minute squeeze.
Yeah.
A literal 6-minute squeeze. I might allow for like rushing through the actions of the round, like making the squeeze, just for the sake of this.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm not gonna be able to make it through. I have +0 to athletics.
All right, yeah,
I mean,
maybe
to
dead.
acrobatics.
So we are going to go ahead and play the recap video for anyone that missed last week. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break to go ahead. Ernie, enjoy another hero point. The chat thinks you need it.
Lessons.
Well,
I need everyone to go ahead and enjoy a little video while we go ahead and use the restroom and get some drinks and stuff. And we'll be back here in about 10-ish minutes, all right?
yay.
All right, we'll be back. And we're back. I hope.
Don't look at me.
All right, thank y'all everyone for sticking with us.
I only fuck up in the game.
So, where we just left off before the break was Ernie had climbed up over this tunnel and squeezed through, pouring some oil on Kai to lube him up to get through that very, very tight squeeze.
Lord.
He finally pulls him
Hold
up.
on. It is a platonic lubing.
Absolutely a platonic lubing.
I hug my bro when I go out.
As Kai slips into the cave,
any of that.
he sees this narrow cave, this one sort of like rising edge on the east side, a trapdoor that's been absolutely triggered by a tripwire that Ernie stumbled over in the dark, once again making him responsible for this combat as a
That's the way of it.
Yeah, fuck.
blood ooze drips down
A what?
and is going to go ahead because there is no surprise round in Pathfinder 2e. He uses stealth for initiative. He will be going first unless someone else manages to roll above him. I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Now, I did say I was trying to avoid detection. Can I also roll stealth?
You can roll stealth for your initiative if you'd like. He did detect you though.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean,
We're
we're
just
just.
using perception.
This is so bad.
You can use perception as normal.
Hey, I'm doing really well for initiative. Why?
Why was
Bad for initiative.
Everything seems fine out here.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Where's my die? Oh, it's in my hand.
I'm literally holding. Ooh.
It's okay. It's just
Ooh.
initiative.
Let's get that cam set up.
It's just initiative.
Lord.
And here we go.
That's right. It's like real life. I'm procrastinating.
So you can see them stuck outside the water there. This big guy is the blood ooze. We have little Ernie right here, and then we have Kai just right behind him, all oiled up. 30 to 25.
Well,
I'm at 24.
24, okay. Cordelia, everyone else, because the ooze has a 26.
20.
Okay.
Quick on my toes today.
well.
12 for you. Wow. Kai.
But wait, there's more. 7.
Wow. All right.
I rolled a 2.
I'm gonna turn that combat audio down just a wee bit there.
A smidge, if you will.
There we go, much better. And let's begin. So, the ooze lumbers forward. It's this black tar color, but you can see that's mainly from being trapped up inside of this box for so long. It's actually this bright red that as it moves, the crust kind of breaks and reveals this viscous, bubbly surface of skin that you can only make out a vague shape, but you can see in somewhat terrifying detail.
It is a shell?
It has a shell of rot and decay from someone stuck it in a box for a trap, and it's been in that box for a long
It's like Ernie's feet just covered in dirt.
That's lucky. If you remember last session, I have the shuck feet.
So, it's going to begin by making a pseudopod attack first against Ernie. I'll say it's his first action to roll up to you. Pseudopod flying out. 34 versus AC.
Oh no.
Is that a crit?
Of course it's a crit.
Okay.
That is
I also love how you didn't roll the die, you just plopped it down.
It's drama.
Ooh, okay. You take 24 points of bludgeoning, and
Wow.
you are,
Yeah.
as the pseudopod comes down upon you, you rupture in your skin.
What does that even mean?
It hits you, and you can see that sticky, oozy shell actually is full of these like cactus-like needles, and as it oozes into you, it burns away some of your flesh, and the blood, you know, like sometimes when you get a bruise, the blood kind of bubbles to the surface. it just begins to pop out. Not bleeding, not like liquid, but like almost like it's squeezing the blood out of you. You have persistent bleed, d6 damage of blood damage every turn.
And how many minutes is the squeeze?
Yeah.
It won't matter.
Yeah.
Its second attack, as it smacks through Ernie, it seems to not discriminate, as it's going to go ahead and it's going to move towards Kai.
Is Kai completely free of the squeeze?
He's out of the squeeze, yes. He's above the squeeze. Kai, I'm looking at a 24 versus AC.
You know, that's gonna hit. Yeah.
Okay, same thing. Oof. 13 points of bludgeoning, and you're bleeding.
I don't like that.
Just make the flat check.
We're gonna get up there and they're just gonna be dead.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be dead.
We're here. Oh, and I can't see.
I can.
It'd be better if you couldn't.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Cordelia will just be like,
least,
no.
From the way it looks like it has been weakened from its pure its normal strength because of the captivity. So it looks like this creature might be a little bit more powerful than it even is, but it's in a weakened state, like it's already like hungering and damaged. So it won't be at its full power.
It's hungry.
That's its turn. Cordelia, you don't know any of this is going on.
Nope, I don't. So here we go.
Here we go.
So 1 for swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use like the help action to like guide them?
Help
Well,
me squeeze.
I guess it's for an initiative.
And we're gonna go ahead and
Anyone else
hero
touch Chris
point
Pratt?
that
Huh?
because that was just
No,
classic.
I shouldn't crunch ice while
Okay,
I have
that's-
mic on.
Not great.
We're so crunchy.
12.
12?
Uh-huh.
Athletics?
Uh-huh.
You're in the water and you're near it, but you don't make enough progress to get into the tunnel yet. You can
Okay.
use another action to get there if you'd like.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, you use that action, you're on the roll again. Now you're at the tunnel. You can see the squeeze, and you can see Kai up there, and you hear, "Ah!"
Question, because this is related to my thing, was that at all any type of success or no?
What, the 12?
Yeah. No.
No, it was a failure.
Cool.
In fact.
You trying to squeeze now?
I thought I was halfway there.
No, you made it. You didn't have to roll for the second part. You just
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to roll just to see if you crit success.
No, if I'm at the squeeze, I thought I was rolling to swim again.
No, you're at the squeeze now.
Okay.
The squeeze.
Squeeze was
Acrobatics.
acrobatics. Okay.
Acrobatics check to go up. I will say the DC is lower because the tunnel walls are very
It's like
easy. Well, I guess that would make it harder, but I guess it's going to ease your passage up.
Well,
on the
you
side.
know, it's me, so a 14.
A 14 is a failure. So you get up, you can tip your head, and you see Ernie have this giant slime thing just whack him, and then you slide back down to the bottom. Your head is above the water if you wanted to call out or anything like that.
So that's second action. Can I try to climb it again?
Yes, you can try one more time to climb.
Okay. I mean, nothing. I can't do anything unless I can see them. That's better. 20.
A 20 will just barely get you to the top.
Yeah,
so
so
you clamber over the top and you're sliding, wiggling your way up through the tunnel. And again, we're expediting the time here because I didn't think the squeeze action, I didn't want it to take like 10 minutes to get up there. I wanted to take a couple rounds. You're squeezing up and you reach the top and you have dark vision.
I do.
You can see this
Shit.
bubbly red slug-like creature.
Oh fuck! I thought we weren't going to fight anything.
Yeah, I tried.
All right. That's gonna bring us to Ernie. It's right next to you. This thing.
I need to fucking see. Kai, step back.
No. I mean, there's. Yeah, you can step back literally like 2 feet.
I can't see. I don't know that.
No. Alright. So you step back and you hit wall.
No, I say Kai, step back.
Oh, Kai, step back. I was just, can I?
No, I say I'm not moving. I say Kai, step back, and I take the barrel of oil that I've been pouring down the hole,
goodness.
and I tip it forward onto the black ooze on the ooze. That's action 1.
Okay,
All
it's
the oil's
now
flowing in that
absolutely
direction.
oiled up.
Action 2.
step back.
I light the torch
I
that
don't think I
was
get a
holding
reaction
on
for
fire.
Okay.
And then step 3, I just kind of 5 feet away and light this thing up.
Hey, we can see.
It fails its reflex. Go ahead and roll 3d6 for fire damage. And then it's going to have persistent fire damage that has to roll a flat check to get rid of.
Can't keep it on the table.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. Roll the other one.
You're more accurate with the oil than that, because otherwise Cordelia and I
What'd
are
you
on
roll?
fire.
12 fire damage.
12?
Yes.
Alright, it is burning, and you see it's burning away bits of the char and the tar off of it, and it's now bright blood red, and it now moves with more vigor, like a heightened need to murder. Alright, 12 fire damage. It's looking a little hurt,
And I'm still bleeding
and it's on fire, so you need to roll a flat check. It's DC 15 or higher.
on the bleed.
Yeah, you're going to take a d6.
I did not pass the flat check.
Take 1 damage from your bleed.
Thank you.
Victorious One wants us to adopt the Use as our new party pet.
They can,
No.
They can try.
No.
Alright, is that it for your earning?
That was 3 actions.
Alright, that thing is
I'd love to
screeching.
do more things.
It's you just Divinity Original Sin this thing. It's like environment. All right, Brooks.
Well, it does do well in captivity.
Yeah, we found out.
Well, he's gonna swim his little butt to the thing, hopefully.
Mhm.
Oh, well, no, probably not. 11.
11. Nope, that's a failure. So you only get halfway into the water, and you make it halfway to the tunnel.
Okay, so then second action to get there.
Second action into the tunnel.
Now I'm gonna try and squeeze, and I look up and just see.
You look up and see Cordelia's bony legs, I guess.
Yeah. My little feet.
They're all at the top, and you hear,
and I see like a fireball.
and you see bright lights casting shadows. Yes, everyone can see now.
I just like look up, I was like, oh my god. Okay,
This has happened like 6 different
Well,
times since we
I'm
showed
gonna
up.
try and squeeze.
I'm gonna do this entire campaign in every
6.
combat we've triggered by.
Hero point
You say
that.
6?
Hero point
I'm
that.
gonna hero point it.
Okay,
I don't have any acrobatics.
I'm sorry.
6.
Okay. Critical failure. You
Chat.
are stuck. You are lodged in this area. You cannot move. So halfway up, Brooks, you just are completely stuck.
Sorry, Brooks, I'm out of oil.
You can spend 1 minute, so 10 rounds of combat, to try to break free, making another check.
Okay, I'll do that.
I just say, you are completely stuck.
You're really
Don't look at me. I didn't
No, I'm saying
Winnie the Pooh to the tunnel. Someone give him a macaroni
Father.
honey.
Victorious one in chat says Brooks have a hero point. The chat is so generous to y'all tonight. They could be casting misfortune on this whole.
They can
ordeal.
make another ooze appear.
They can make an
Please don't.
appear.
Oh.
Inside the tunnel under Brooks.
All right,
Okay,
Brooks,
well,
you are.
I'm wiggling.
Okay.
You have to give him a smack roll in the ass to get up the tunnel.
Okay. Wesley.
Well, seeing Brooks go, I'll swim after him.
You see
Okay, you
his
swim
legs
in there. You have a swim speed, so you just make it. You just see Brooks' legs.
Can I shove him?
You will have to roll a squeeze and then a shove. Yes,
'Cause
you
you
can
gotta-
try.
you gotta get up
But you
there
might
to
get
him.
stuck too.
At least we'll be stuck together. So
I'm
Stuck in the tunnel with you.
it's a 27 squeeze.
Okay, you squeeze up and you have a firm grasp on his legs and feet now. As you're like squeezing up,
22 to shove.
trying to do athletics. Alright, you can go ahead and make another squeeze check for free as part of the shove to see if you can get free. Acrobatics.
I don't believe. Oh,
No.
17.
Believe.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't make it up the tunnel, but you get dislodged by Wesley pushing you
Okay.
up. Wesley, I'll say from the action of you shoving him, you do fall back down to the bottom.
Fine.
But, Brooks, you're still halfway up and no longer stuck.
Well, this is good.
We're making them grateful for the hero points so we
This
can
is
wield
fine.
power over them. Yeah,
They're setting up for
it's
the
the same thing.
They
I
add a
did.
monster
Sudden
later.
Look at this
Yeah.
cluster.
A betrayal. Yeah.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Kai. Kai, this thing is now on fire, crackling. It smells like burning blood, iron, and sulfur crackling in front of you.
This one is.
Kai looks at the Kai looks at the burning ooze covered in the oil, looks down at his own body, glistening with oil,
Yeah. I thought about that. Sorry.
and takes 3 solid steps back.
You cannot. You literally
can I
can
move
go.
can I move in any direction?
You can literally go forward into it, or
Ooh.
you can go back into Cordelia. You cannot move anywhere
There's
else.
no
The
room.
fire is. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You are so that's you
Am I
5 feet.
I'm 5 feet from it?
Yes. You are there.
Switch places with Cordelia.
He's gonna
Bruh.
back up and shove
She's
me down on top of you.
Now you can try and move
the
through. You
fire
can
out.
try.
Be
You can
like-
try and move through Ernie here. You can move through a friendly space. So you could squeeze along the wall here.
No, don't get that oil on me.
You did this.
It sounds
If he
dangerous.
can use it, I can use it against him.
It's a secret tool.
Fine, we'll never use anything again.
Isn't this fun though?
I'm gonna squeeze past Ernie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll acrobatics to squeeze in this
Oh,
area.
that's
without
the
hurting
It's
anything.
a tumble through.
It's a tumble through. It literally is acrobatics. You're
Sure,
gonna-
24.
Okay, you're solid. You make it through. How far do you want to go?
Give me
I think
15 feet
it's-
from
tumble
here.
through is a full action, right?
Yes.
So it's one action to get to this side of Ernie. So now you're on the other side of Ernie, free of the thing. So now you can move away if you want, or you can have your 2 actions, however you want to spend those.
Can we see if we get a movement part of tumble through?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
You're prepped for squeezing, yeah.
No, you get a stride up to your speed for tumble through.
Yeah.
But you treat the enemy as difficult terrain unless you.
You're fine. So how far do you want to go?
Put me, let's say,
And if you fail, you just.
I gotta
stop.
double check a range increment. Put me 10 feet away from the. From
You got
the-
it.
from
You're
the
right
base.
here in this corner, tucked into this corner.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm gonna do something ill-advised.
Okay. I love it.
Spell strike, and I'm gonna throw my dagger.
Okay, what do you spell strike?
I'm gonna tanglefoot it.
Okay.
I don't want to do it anywhere near me.
Can it even be restrained?
I don't know. We're gonna
That's a
find
great
out.
question.
23 to hit.
A 20.
Yeah, 23 to hit.
Does hit its AC. It's a crit.
Oh!
Its AC is 10.
Oh, I can probably hit this one.
I have to look up and see how critting on a save thing.
It
actually
usually
runs.
increases, or
Oh wait, I get 2. I get 2 of those.
I know for
And you threw a Tanglefoot on it?
Ray of Enfeeblement, if your attack is a crit, it reduces their save by 1 degree.
Ooh. Let's call it that and we'll look it up later.
Okay. Well, that's 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. It's
So you said
bloody.
it increases the failure by
1 degree.
1 degree. Okay. So I need it to make a. Oh, there isn't it. Oh.
It is immune.
No,
to
it's an attack. It's an attack roll.
It is immune to critical hits.
Oh, okay. Well then, nix that thing. Nix the damage, obviously.
Okay, damage
Is
is
it immune to critical to a critical effect
Yeah,
of
you
a
can't.
spell?
Critical
then?
effects can't get it.
Okay. Well then, it's still gonna take a vine is going to from between the cracks in the ground. A vine sprouts out and goes whoosh and lashes it, and it's gonna take a 10-foot penalty to its speed for the round.
10 penalty to his speed.
Yeah, so it can try
Great.
to escape against a 17.
Its speed is now 0.
Excellent. It can't get to
It's just sitting there on fire. You're still bleeding. You're gonna take 2 points of damage from your persistent bleed.
Flat check.
I'm sad, and then I'll
And
flat
roll your
check.
flat check, and then it's its turn.
Oop, not 225. What do I have to roll? What's the flat check?
15 or higher.
15 or higher.
Well, I rolled a 10, so I still have.
You're still bleeding. Its turn. So, as it's sitting there bubbling and boiling, you can smell the burning blood on it, like a body decaying in the sun. It assails your senses, which I've said 3 times this today.
I'm feeling sailed.
But it feels in this desperation, you see it open up its sort of pseudopod, and it flays into like these fingers, like these long fingers, which explode into these lash-like blades of red blood, which slice out at all of you. Every single creature within 15 feet of it, which is
Maybe I'll stay in the tunnel.
1, 2, 3.
I might be unconscious at the mouth of the tunnel,
It's
so you
not-
may have to
not
stay in the
Leslie
tunnel.
and not Brooks. Roll a fortitude saving throw.
Okay.
It's a basic throw.
Whoa, catches on fire.
We're using
Basic.
that last
Yeah.
hero point because.
Yike.
Oh, thank God.
Critically.
Oh, let's play
What?
that.
It was
Don't do
fortitude?
that.
Fortitude.
24.
That's a pass, you take half.
Okay.
22.
It's a pass, you take half.
You'll be fine.
19.
That's a pass, you take half. Everyone takes half damage as it uses Siphon Vitality.
Oh.
It's going to be
Slip your-
10 points of slashing, so half is 5 to all of you.
Okay.
And as the blades of blood kind of hit up on you, you can see your own blood being drawn back into it and heal it.
That's gross.
I need to learn how to do that.
lucky. Alright, so it heals up. Then it has one action left, and it can't move. Ernie, you're right next to it. It's going to pseudopod you.
Hopefully it has a full attack penalty in this.
Yeah.
That wasn't an attack, so.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's going to be a 25 versus AC.
Yeah, of course that hits.
Okay.
Well,
Dang, we should have higher ACs. That would.
13 bludgeoning.
Alright, Ernie drops unconscious.
Pseudopod comes out and whacks Ernie in the stomach.
oh no.
Alright, Ernie, you are now down. Go ahead and roll your d6 for fire damage. This thing is still on fire, and it fails its flat check. It is still burning. 1d6.
1 damage.
Okay, 1 damage.
1 damage is 1 damage.
1 damage is 1 damage.
Are you
All right.
still bleeding too?
I don't know. Am I still bleeding?
He's still bleeding.
I don't think it does anything because
Okay.
it doesn't say you increase your dying unless you're.
Someone look it up as Cordelia takes her turn.
First action, I'm going to pull my staff out of my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
And from this distance, I'm going to go ahead and crack it into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And Ernie, you are going to get some healing.
Are you doing it heightened?
Yeah, I'm doing it heightened. So it's 2d8. Ooh,
Ooh, that's good.
11 plus 16, 27.
That's like a full heal.
27 hit points?
Yeah.
Yep, I heightened
Thank
it.
you.
Heightened spell.
Heightened it just for you, baby.
Thank you.
And that's it for her turn, because that was the action and then 2 for heal.
I forgot to mention, this is very important. We came back from break. Every time we come back from break, everyone does have one more hero point in their inventory.
Oh,
Excellent.
so I'm not out of hero points,
Also,
you're telling
initiative
me.
needs to shift in front of
That's right. You're going to go in for another thing. So Ernie, you're down at the very bottom. Okay, so that's going to bring us to Brooks next then. Brooks, you are just at the top of the tunnel. Can see Cordelia. You can see her ankles.
It's like those fingers sticking out.
You also see
You just
a
gotta shove me.
you see Ernie laying down, face down on the ground, and you see a giant blood-colored, viscous blob that is on fire, thrashing about with these tendrils.
Okay, well, he's gonna take out the fork. It's like, it's dinner time, and then like have it shoot like horizontally. He's gonna try and use that as like leverage. To...
Okay, I'll say you can just get up in there, but you had to push past Cordelia or push her forward.
I'll push past her.
Okay.
Just shove me.
So you're just kind of like, well, it doesn't take much, but you just kind of like accidentally shove her to the side and get in front of her. The silver fork now in your hands.
Is that pulling my weapon out
One
as a
action, two
stride?
action, yeah.
So I have one left.
One left.
Okay, so I'm going to and fucking smack it.
Okay, smack away.
I did find that persistent will increase your dying condition by 1, but if you have multiple types, it only triggers once.
Once,
like
okay.
if you're on fire and bleeding,
So you're
they
still
would
bleeding
not.
out. Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
he
you're
shoves
alive,
past,
yeah.
and he's going to try and shove his little trident, or I guess it's not little, but
It's a large trident.
ooh, 21.
21 is a crit.
But it's immune to crits.
It is immune to crits.
Too bad.
Can we get some same teams in chat?
Yeah, same teams in chat. Same
Like,
teams.
hello?
Is it crits or just percent? I think we had this issue before.
For 6.
I'm actually going to look that up. real
6
quick.
trident damage.
6 damage, okay. We like that.
Oh yeah, it's a magic one. Cool. So 6 damage. He's just kind of standing there. I get. Is anyone? Ernie is there, like on the ground.
Yeah.
I guess he's just trying to like interpose himself between like Ernie and Cordelia and the thing.
I think the best you can do before is interpose with me.
Yeah. he's looking intimidating.
Alright, I want to read this real quick
With your
because
dinner
I
fork.
might have messed up earlier. When a creature is immune to critical hits, it is critically hit by a strike or attack that deals damage. It does normal damage instead of double damage. This does not make it immune to any other critical success effects.
So the Tanglefoot critical success would apply.
Yeah, so that's my bad. I did rule that incorrectly in the moment.
And you would still get your deadly die,
Yeah.
just not, you just wouldn't
You would do
roll
it with
anything.
regular dice.
So
Yeah.
the change here then is that it's immobilized.
Okay.
It has the immobilized condition.
And it takes 3 actions to try and break it or break the DC or something.
Immobilized.
Yeah, which you can't. You just can't do anything that has the move trait on it.
Oh, yeah, he can't move at all.
Does that mean it takes the critical effect from my weapon?
Yes.
Okay, so he's clumsy 1.
Okay. Very clumsy boy. It's already kind of clumsy.
Do you
His
have
moves-
access to your critical specialization yet?
Oh,
'Cause
Maybe.
I don't think
Probably
we
not.
do.
Okay.
okay. Then never mind then.
All right, let's move on.
I see.
Brooks, is that it for you? Wesley, you're up with Ernie on deck.
I guess I'll try and squeeze my way up and see if there's room for me. If not, I guess I'll just tumble through people when we get up there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make an action to go up. Squeeze.
It's a 15.
15's a fail, so you slide up and then back down.
You?
I mean, I
No.
rolled a 4.
I mean, to be fair, we've kind of screwed up the tunnel
Huzzah!
for him.
19 this time.
19. You make it up to Cordelia's feet.
And then I'm gonna tumble through everybody.
All right.
22.
22.
Everybody
You're
just
gonna
keeps,
get right here on this side of Ernie.
everybody just keeps rolling and like
Yeah,
elbowing her as
excuse
they're.
me.
So he's like, pardon me,
Okay.
excuse me.
Yeah, it's
As Wesley comes over here, literally just in his very dark souls,
It's really just like leather pants.
it's just leather
yeah.
pants. I didn't imagine pants, but he's rolling through everyone, and you make
It
it
would
to the
take
other
too
side
long.
of this. So that's 2 actions, you have 1 left.
Well, I tried twice to squeeze, so 2 squeezes and a tumble through.
Gotcha. All right, thank you for your honesty. All right, let's move it to
It's my favorite thing.
Kai and then Ernie,
Honesty. It's my turn?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
because Ernie drops down in front of it.
Makes sense.
Can't imagine why.
You dropped down in front of it.
I was fainting.
I find myself.
You're like
Without
you're like one
weapon.
of those goats.
Okay, you threw your dagger, your gun's
And
not
my gunpowder
loaded,
is in her. Is in her
Yeah.
covered in oil.
Ooh. I don't find myself with that weapon. I just find myself with that shitty weapon. I turn the Giselle around. I'm gonna go try to do a.
Smack it with the butt
So
of the
1
gun.
action stride.
Yeah, 1 action stride, 1 action recharge spell strike, and so I'm literally just trying to smack it with the butt of my gun.
Okay,
Simple
I don't like that.
weapon.
Is that okay?
It's improvised.
so I need you to roll.
I don't want to do that.
Do you want to go behind it right here? You're approaching it from behind, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So as you walk in, as it was dark when you entered, and you
Oh,
did
no.
fail the secret check that I rolled.
Oh, no.
Sad.
You watch as the.
I do have dark vision though.
You do have dark vision, but again, you
It's
failed
also-
your secret.
okay.
It was.
I was just making sure that a modifier wasn't applied to it.
You're running. You're like moving up with your Giselle. You're like, I'm gonna club it on the back. You slide in this mud, like you're like striding through it, and you go. You drop into a 30-foot pit. You need to
Oh!
You need to roll a reflex save.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Grab a ledge.
So what we see is
19.
him running and just
19.
19.
Okay.
Grab a ledge feature.
You can grab an edge. You can reduce this to half. Okay. So you're only gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage instead
Okay.
of the full. So as you grab the ledge, you slide down, and then a trapdoor lands on top, and then seals automatically.
Seals with ooze?
What do I
No,
see in
it
the
seals
new
the
room?
trapdoor. In the new room, you don't see anything, but
I don't see anything?
you don't see anything. There's no light in here. It's
I'm
pitch black.
dark vision.
It's you see. It's literally you're in a 5'2",
Alright.
and then you hear. And you feel something very wet as the chamber you're in begins to fill with water. Okay.
Okay. Well, that
That
was
was right next to me, so I'm just
I mean, I took an action, right?
You took an action. You have
Yeah.
1 action left.
I have 1 left.
You have 1 left.
That's
You
a stride
charge.
and then
Stride. No, it's you 2 left. You
Yeah.
just strode. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
your spell strike yet.
I'm gonna try something here.
Mhm.
So, shit. And Kai reaches down to his sleeve, grasping the mask, and whips it onto his face.
Yes.
And I'm going to use the water that is now pooling into the chamber to tidal crash and try to force the door open.
Shit. Okay. What is the Ruby the full thing of Title Crash, please?
Yeah.
That's the coolest shit I've ever heard.
Yep. Just scrolling down to it, sorry.
You don't trap me, I trap
Where did it
you.
go? Ah, here it is. Alright, so I'm making a spell attack roll.
Okay.
So it spews forth a dense sphere of water. I make the spell attack roll against a target within 30 feet. On a success, it's 2d10 bludgeoning damage plus 2 bludgeoning splash damage.
Okay. You just have to hit that trap door.
Oh, it's actually 3rd level, so it's 3d10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, you have to hit the trap door, which, as it is rotted, is not as strong as the trap door and the trap that I'm using. It's much weaker version.
Okay.
So you have to roll to hit AC just like you normally do, and see if you destroy the trap door.
Oh no! I'm hero pointing!
Hero point.
No. That was a natural one.
The drowned mistress will not suffer you to die in this pit.
Oh my goodness. Pretty low, but that makes it
could be easy to hit.
a 13. It's a 13.
A 13?
A 13, yeah.
Does not enough to break through the threshold.
Oh, so it like the water starts to fizzle and bubble up, and it and it just kind of fizzles and nothing happens.
I think that's. I kind of just want to rule that it just like because it's such a cool thing. Like you just like assail it with the water, and it like breaks like bits of it off the top, but it's still like there, and it just kind of fizzles out near you. Yeah.
Okay, well that was my last two. That was my last two things, and the mask kind of like dims and like slides back off.
I'm gonna give you a hero point because that was so fucking cool, and I'm sorry that it didn't work.
It's okay.
Okay, but there's a trapdoor locked on top of you now.
Yeah, and then I'm out of actions, so
Yep.
I'm.
All right. So after Kai, that's gonna bring us to Ernie with the ooze on deck. Ernie.
Yeah, I see both of these things next to me, but the ooze seems to be a more pressing problem. I am still down.
Yeah, you're on the ground. You're prone.
I'm gonna play dead
Okay.
for an action.
You don't have to use an action. Unless you're actually trying to like
I'm actually trying to deceive it into thinking I'm not a threat so that I can have the flat foot.
roll deception versus its perception DC.
Hopefully it can be flat-footed.
We'll find out. Natural 20. Would've loved
It thinks
that.
you're dead.
Alright, and then I just kind of like... Dagger.
Okay. It is immune to precision damage.
Well, so is it immune to dagger damage?
Nope. But it is going to use blood clot.
Don't do that.
That's going to be a... I don't know what that means. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah.
28 to hit?
28 is a crit,
Yeah.
so you can't do double damage, so...
I'm going to do
This thing is tough.
6 points of damage as the dagger flies into it.
This thing's level is like... For example, the poltergeist you fought was a level higher than this, and like... Dang. How much damage?
6.
6 damage. So as you hit it, it begins to like burst, like you're rupturing its artery, like the blood begins to spray, and as a reaction, its tendrils and pseudopod fly out, pull the blood back in, and clot it into itself. It reduces the damage you took by 5, so it's going to take 1 damage from you.
1 damage from my crit.
Yep.
Oozes,
y'all.
I don't like them. Someone shoot it with a mind blast.
It's still on fire.
Actually, it probably doesn't have a mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is mindless, yes.
Shimmering slip.
I am going to... I see this and kind of roll my eyes, disappointed. And I look, is there anything on the ground nearby? Anything...
There's a trap door on the ground near you.
Right, I see that. Is there a bone or...
There are like bones and miscellaneous rocks. And
I grab something long and thin
Okay.
and start preparing to use it as an improvised crowbar.
Okay, do you just pick up like sort of a long sharp rock?
Something I can
Sure,
use to
I have a
pry.
crowbar.
I mean, I have a crowbar too, but I also have the ability to use improvised tools, so I'm just going to get some mileage out of it.
All right, is that it for you?
Yep.
After Ernie, I think it's the ooze's turn.
I believe it is.
It is going to. It can't move. It's going to do what it does best, and it's going to go ahead and try and rupture everyone. It's going to use 2 actions, and it's going to try and siphon vitality from everyone.
First, I need to do my bleed check.
Yes.
8.
Oh, you missed my bleed damage
Does
as
it
well.
fail? Take
Okay.
6 points of damage.
Thank you.
Flat check.
You missed my bleed damage.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I just meant you need to damage me for it, but I did not pass the
6
flat check
again.
either. Oh god! Ugh.
Yikes.
Ooh.
At least I can't get hit by this. The rest of y'all should have hit underneath
Yeah.
trap
All
doors.
right, everyone, go ahead and make a fortitude save.
Oh boy.
Fortitude.
Mm-hmm. It's a basic save, so if you crit success,
You'll
you'll
take
take
your point
nothing.
on that. Wow.
24.
24 is a pass.
That was a good roll.
Do I hero point this?
All right.
Hero point.
Cornelia.
I'm gonna hero point it. Hold on.
We are burning hero points.
Yeah, I've already hero
Son
point.
of
This is
a-
a 3.
That didn't get any better. 16.
I only rolled a 12.
16 is a fail. You're going to take full.
24.
Pass. 12 is a fail. You take full. The full is 6 points of slashing damage. The half is 3, and it's going to heal 6.
Does this apply bleed or no?
No, you're not bleeding, but it does like the blood lashes out into like these blade-like things. It slices into your bodies, it siphons it and grows, and you can see
first blood on Wesley.
it's getting more fervent and more angry, and it seems to be really interested by that first blood. It tastes new blood. It's had Ernie's blood. It's had Cordelia's. Now it looks towards Wesley.
I can't tell. It doesn't have a face.
And the pseudopod is going to lash out. 21 versus AC?
Yeah.
21 does hit?
Yep.
Alright, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning and you're now bleeding.
Ooh.
Alright, that's its turn. Cordelia, you're up.
He hit hard.
Oh, it's still on fire. Ernie, fire damage.
Kill it.
3.
3 points of fire damage. It's burning.
Is there enough room for me to wiggle out of this tunnel? This tunnel opening?
You can move through. You can move through your teammates, yes. So you can go... I know you can't see that well. But, like... Where's the... Oh. You can go, like, this way along the wall, or you can go this way along the ground. This is the rise that I was talking about over here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll shift over that away.
Okay? How far?
One more over.
Okay. You got it? You're in this, like, little alcove here?
Yeah.
You're in the tunnel.
Just so nobody's in their way of this, and she's gonna pull out one of the kitchen knives. That you guys have seen her do this before, but it's telekinetic projectile.
Love it.
And she's gonna hurl it at this thing.
Got it?
19.
That's a crit. Again, you can't double damage, but...
We like that. Oh, well, we don't like that. And ooh, I'm rolling really good on my 6s. 15.
15 damage?
Yep.
Alright, that's not doubled, right? This is straight
That's
damage?
just straight damage.
Yeet.
Oh,
It's on
no.
death's door.
She's scary.
So, the kitchen knife flies out, and for a second it looks like it did nothing. And then Cordelia kind of clenches her fist, and it finishes firing through, and it bursts open, and splashes of blood splatter anime style over the walls, the floor, the ceiling.
Yeah, God.
Just blasted everywhere.
Fuck.
It's now much smaller than it was before, now just kind of bubbling there.
I can
Still
taste it.
burning. Alright, anything else for Cordelia?
She kind of glances over at Ernie and says, "You're welcome," as her eye flashes, and she's gonna do evil eye on the ooze. So I need it to go ahead and make a will save.
Okay. That's a D12. Oh! Will?
Yep.
7. That's a crit fail.
That is a crit fail. So it's frightened 2.
Oh, that's huge. Okay, frightened 2.
I'm scared. It's scared of me.
Bitch empty? He's a bitch out of blood. It's scared of you. Yeah, it should be. You just did a huge chunk of damage to it.
All right, that's it. That was 2 and then the 1. Yep.
Okay. I hope it. Wait, I want it to be its next turn so badly. All right. Please live till your next turn. What kind of damage did you just do to it?
It would have been piercing.
Okay, yeah, it is gonna clot some of that and heal up a little bit. As like the blood off the wall kind of pulls back into it and refills it just a little bit.
Reusable blood?
Reusable blood.
Gross.
Blood is blood, bro. It's a good resource. All right, after Cordelia, that's a very good turn. That's gonna bring us to Brooks, face to face with this thing.
Well,
Stab that pudding.
yeah. Brooks, seeing that it's kind of deflating, he's gonna try and find like the boils, I guess, and try and like pop them.
Oh, pustules?
Yeah.
Whack-a-mole.
First attack.
No.
Rest the wound.
This thing will make an excellent cleaner. I guess of a crime scene.
There's gonna be a trail of blood everywhere.
So the first one's a 23.
23 is a
Just a
crit,
blood
but of
boy.
course you can't do double damage. Its AC is 8 right now, so like
Sweet. 4 damage.
4 damage. It's on death's door.
One more. 16.
16 hits.
4 damage.
4 damage. Brooks, tell me how you like to spectacularly destroy this ooze.
Okay, so as he's stabbing it, it's like deflating, and then there's just like a little piece of it left that's stuck on his trident. He goes and just like flings it.
So just like stabbing it, the pustules are blowing up, the blood's going everywhere, and it's on your trident. And dinner time is over, and you fling it. And as you go to fling it,
I'm satisfied.
just like I'm satisfied, it shrinks. But instead of throwing like a physical thing, It's the... It just splatters
Ooh,
everywhere.
I'm glad I got it.
And the ooze is no moose. No more.
What?
No moves.
I tried to think, it didn't work.
No moves.
And there we are.
I immediately rush over and
Oh.
start crowbarring the lift. on
Juicy? Quite literally juicy, yes.
No.
the lid on the trapdoor.
I stand behind with my thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, does it appear to be locked?
It is locked. You need to go ahead and roll those thieves' tools.
Alright, I'll start trying to pick the lock.
Because this trap is still very high level and it can still kill him.
I'm gonna hero point.
Okay?
I didn't roll terribly.
Water is now filling up.
Yeah, I'm working on it. 22.
It is exactly a 22 to open up, and the trapdoor flings open. You see Kai at the bottom of this pit, water now filling up.
Here, reach down a hand.
Okay, his hand is 20 feet above.
Yeah.
Wait till the water comes to just ride the elevator up.
Yeah, now that I'm not stuck, you know, like I was kind of like climbing up and
You actually, why don't you dive down a little bit? You got a lot of that oil on you, and there's a lot of fire up here.
Yeah, I run my stuff balanced, but this encounter was rough, just like environmentally.
Ernie, oil and water don't work that way.
No, I mean wash it off you.
Or oil and water don't work that way.
Fine, and I drop some rope.
No, I was gonna say as you say here, Cordelia's hair braids itself and starts like Rapunzel go down.
Even better.
Aww. All right. So you all kind of get your bearings. The blood now splatter around this cave. Those of you that can see the dankness of the cave, the raw earth and moist soil smell is now completely gone. All you smell is the metallic iron in the air of this spoiled old blood. The trap where it came down was now evident. I'm going to now ask everyone for, now that you're aware that there are traps, I'm not going to roll a perception secret check. I want everyone to roll open perception check to see if you notice the other traps.
21.
Also 21.
Nope.
Ooh.
I don't see a thing.
24.
Kai, as you're getting your bearings, you're just looking up. You look at Cordelia, whose right heel is next to a tripwire right here. And you see 4 misplaced stones in the wall, literally adjacent to her, where spears might come out if she were to trip on it.
And she's just digging through her bag for her healer's kit.
So Kai still has, like, he's just gotten up and he still has a handful of your hair. It's because you're so close to it. He's just and pull you away from it.
I'm gonna say like you pull her back and like as she was like tripping, just like for like cinematic sake, she trips over the tripwire and you pull her and the spears are like, and you can see the spears coming at you like a 3D movie, and then like Kai pulls you down and catches you just in time and like sets you on the ground.
Nice catch.
Ernie, it looks like he's hitting a hip flask, but then he drops the bottle to the ground, and it's clearly a healing potion that he just drains.
Yeah, sorry for the rough landing. And he reaches in your pouch. He like reaches over to you like he's gonna check your K and reaches in your pouch and pulls out his gunpowder.
Fair.
Man.
You're still bleeding, right?
Yeah, and Kai looks like shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a what is it? Administer first aid.
Yeah.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Medicine is so good in this game.
It really is. They did a good job of making it
Great
useful.
job.
Thanks, Patrick.
Bitch. I mean, it's me, so... Oh, wait, but do I still... No.
Checks hero's points.
Yes.
I just realized as we're sitting here waiting for her roll, not only did I get Kai's character art wrong on the overlay, I also put half orc instead of orc, so everything about Kai is incorrect here.
No.
Incorrect.
He's green and he's a
Shut
red.
up.
All right,
But then again, you
well...
didn't correct me when I sent you the proof, so that's on me.
I tried, but I'm all oily as well, so, you know, a 9.
It's like playing Trauma Center and the Wiimote just falls on your hand.
Me no can plead
Yep.
and my TV broken.
So a 9 against, what is it? Medicine check against the DC is...
The DC,
DC of the
monster.
effect that caused the bleed.
Ooh.
So
19 would have been what you needed to roll.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm still bleeding too.
Should I just be rolling flat checks?
Wait.
Like, is that...
Oh yeah,
That's what I did. I just rolled 3 flat checks and
4.
Oh my god, guys.
actually,
Five.
wait.
That's
That would have been a critical
What's the
fail,
flat
huh?
passing?
Okay.
15.
right?
I
Did you
think
say
so.
4 twice?
No, 4 and then 1, so 5. Take 6.
6?
Take
That's how much
4.
HP I have.
Okay, well, it would have become just a regular fail.
Okay.
I'm bleeding.
So I'm
As
going to
her-
intervene with Ernie.
Wait,
so
would the healing potion have done anything?
No, you need to like stop the bleeding.
Okay.
And rub yourself in the dirt.
So, okay, I want to say
Circumstance
after two rounds of Ernie's blood pustules literally bursting forth in his skin, someone
Yeah,
should do something.
I'm trying to
Yeah, she's trying.
both of them. It's kind of one of those things
Treat
where
wounds
it's
is a 10-minute long action.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
So someone else is going to have to treat my wounds.
Oh.
The bleeding.
I could try.
well, I did the administer first aid.
Can
It doesn't
can I
say.
take like some of your stuff and start trying to lance out
Give
whatever?
me the needle.
Ah.
I'm battlefield stitching.
And
Hey, a 20 for his bleeding.
Okay, yeah, he's no longer bleeding.
medicine, huh?
Oh no, it's doing the thing again.
That's appropriate for me.
That's appropriate.
Well, I rolled a 10. That's not enough. It's not a crit fail,
Okay.
but it's a failure.
Okay. Still bleeding, man.
Y'all have any of them healing potions? Healing anything?
Nope.
I'm trying.
She just hands you
All right,
her.
no, because I've already received
her
it once.
Oh, you've already
You can only
received it.
receive it once, like,
Roll your flat check, and you take 2 more points of bleeding damage.
that was one fail.
But yeah, take one.
Alright, I finally stopped bleeding.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just cough up the last bit of blood, and you're like, "Whew, could make a whole new ooze out of this."
Oh god, that was, I just... that was
That's a
rough.
good
Pull a
creature.
leaf off and I offer it to
I don't touch...
the
Alright, enjoy the
it's
penalty.
7 hit points.
Thank you.
So it's a D8.
Excellent. That doubled my HP.
Does this trap
Wow.
look like it's blocking off anywhere we need to go, or just like in the
So
way?
you now notice all the traps, which was the trap door, the ooze, and the spear trap along here. It's now safe, just for the sake of brevity, that like you can proceed through the tunnel.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was blocking off another.
How long is the spear that's sticking out of the wall?
Ethan Artsgood says, "Stab all the blood just in case." Stab the blood.
How long is the spear that's sticking out of the wall?
How long is the spear?
The spear.
It's like how long are spears usually? Like 4 feet or so? Yeah.
I'm gonna see if one's detachable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
you could just stand
It's
out of the way and
rotted.
trigger
It's
the
rotted,
trap.
but you can. Yeah.
Cool.
After
Alright, I'll pull one out of the wall.
It's functional enough to come out of the trap. It's functional enough to use.
Make another
Sure.
one.
After bandaging Kai, I'm going to go ahead and use the last charge from my staff. Well, I would say everybody gather around, but we're all kind of cramped.
I'm actually hurting for once.
Everybody gets 4 as the staff just kind of radiates healing before it dims and it's done for today.
Got some good use out of it.
Nice.
So
Bam, bam, bam.
the path before you is open, a curved section of tunnel that you can smell something worse than the blood in there. What smelled like blood, it smelled like blood and dankness in here, but in there, it smells like what I think Kai and maybe Ernie are most familiar with is rotting, bloated death. Like finding a drowned man after weeks at sea, washed ashore.
Yeah, so them traps were set pretty deliberately. And, obviously, we made a good bit of noise. Whatever's in there is going to be on high alert. Now, they might...
Smells like Darrett in a week.
Yeah. They might... They know we're coming.
I mean,
They might think we're dead. That's the best case scenario. So, just saying, we might want to be careful.
Go first.
I'd go first. I start sneaking out in front of the group.
I'll sneak out with him.
Ernie played dead again, and y'all just toss him in.
Is the fire still going? Like, can we see?
Yeah, it's there's like so much burning blood. You just kind of lit the room at this point. What's funny is there's light at the tunnel. Like once you turn around the corner of this tunnel right here, this room has light.
Oh.
There are 2 lanterns on a wall casting this dim, weird blue light that actually kind of hurts you if you can see. But those of you with like low light vision, it's really comfortable. Almost like this light wasn't made for the surface world. There is an 8-foot statue of a 3-headed dragon, though dragon may be the incorrect term. It has a coiled body which has no legs and 2 weak, deformed wings on its back. In a hydra-like manner, the statue splits into heads, which have been cloven off, now crumbled into useless pieces on the floor. Scattered near the statue and the pieces of rubble on the ground are bodies. More foul than any bloat or rotted corpse you have ever smelled. There are 6 bodies, all swollen and decayed. The flesh on them still pale with purple and blue bruising that covers nearly every inch of their bodies. Each of them have typical battle scarring, a slash across the chest, a cut against the shoulder, but the cause of death is all too apparent. Where half of their necks should be is a terrible gap, as if something bit and tore out their throats with lion-like force. I want you to roll a religion check as you enter the room. There is a second statue. I need everyone else to roll society real quick for me.
+0, let's go.
20.
20.
Oh, I've actually got pluses to that.
10.
Ooh, 22.
Not 20s and 22s. The second statue is Azarketi. This is an aquatic race of humanoids. This is the race which worships the Deep Ones. This is probably the cult that was being talked about. He has 2 hands. He has gills embedded into the statue, scales along the throat and chest. And embedded inside of the chest is a silver chest, the box kind, inlaid with the same sort of inlay that the fighter's fork has. There is a thing at the pedestal, and it has 2 hands out like this, along with a pedestal right there. And does anyone read? Give me 1 second. Speak. I'll make sure I don't get this language incorrect. No, I guess that's really.
I think that's Orcish, so that makes sense.
It kind of works that they could speak. It could be in common, but it would be Aquin.
Ah, yes, I do.
Anyone speak
I
Aquin?
also speak it.
All right. Beat, bop, sneak, and quiet, or you all get got. Does anyone read? Oh no, not much. So in Aquin, it's not written in their native language. I was trying to see what additional language they got. I was like, did my lore match up? Let's check. In Aquin, it says, prostrate yourself to receive the blessing. And it seems evident that a hand goes on the left, a hand goes on the right, and your head goes on the center in front of the chest.
Yes, for a religion check.
Religion, yes.
It was 17.
17. With that religion check, you recognize the statue, as most of you do, as one of the 4 gods of the sleeping sea, Azidahaka, the deep dragon, the false serpent. You know that it's a god, right? It's not the god that you worship, but as a god of the sea, as a god of the sleeping sea, the drowned mistress would probably look very poorly on how the temple was treated. Mm-hmm. Whether or not these cultists were the correct religion and what they did might have been wrong, but the desecration of his statue in this way and the slaughter of a sacred place, not so much about the cultists themselves, but of the religion and the religious site and the desecration of a symbol of a god, would probably set the drowned mistress off a little bit. Because whoever did this had malicious intent, had almost anti-theistic intent.
Okay. This might be why the spell failed earlier. And Kai's gonna cast a spout and basically send a jet of water kind of rushing across the statue to try and clean some of the blood and gore off of it.
As you clean off the blood and gore, it kind of drips down and washes the rubble and the stones. And as the water runs along the rubble and stones, they form the shape of words in Aquan. Like the water, you can see it in between the blurred lines of the stones. And it asks, "What is the instrument of your vengeance?"
Ooh.
I'll read that.
What is the instrument of my vengeance? This, and he just kind of like places forward the Jezzail.
You watch as you place the Jezzail forward, and the water sort of surrounds it and goes inside and like pulls out one of your shots. It's not really a bullet, but we'll keep calling it a bullet. One of the bullets, and it pulls it out, and it begins to swirl with this water around it. And you can see the snake statue just quiver just a little bit. "Then find justice in our name." And you watch as the bullet hardens and it drops to the ground. And then it rolls towards you.
Okay, I'll pick that up back off the grounds.
And you can add that.
Thank you, Deep Dragon. Any who break the code shall feel the sting of this bullet.
It's very cool. Alright. Oh, we're towards the statue. What are we doing?
I'm looking at the box. They're like, just see if I can see any like mechanisms of traps like we saw before.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
24.
DC was 23. On each side of the hand, there are 2 holes. And they most definitely will shoot something out. 100%. There's some traps.
Hey, Ernie, you want to give me a hand?
God, yeah, fine.
You can roll to inspect them now that you've seen them.
Yeah, I'll inspect it before
I'll inspect one hole while he inspects the other.
Okay. The one on the right,
Platonically.
I'm just going to say that you guys got it since you found them, and I didn't expect you guys to find them. The one on the right is a spear trap. There is a trigger-based spear that will fly out at alarming speed. And the other one, you can see this almost like barrel of stone with this purple writing on it, and it is some sort of magical rune that seems like it'll cast a spell.
I don't think I can disarm that one. I only got these.
Yep.
Some sort of magic doohickey. You think you could get rid of it?
She'll wander over and look at it as I look through what I've got access to.
The spear one, do I seem to know what might trigger the thing?
It's a pressure mechanism.
Do I see the pressure plate?
It's the prostrating.
The prostrating
Yes.
yourself? I mean, we could just not prostrate ourselves. Or we could not put our hands out.
I will say this: both of the mechanisms look like they can be disarmed by mundane means.
Oh, then
you could.
yeah,
Let's
tag team it.
You could go underneath as you're inspecting the prostration plates. You can go underneath those and relieve the pressure and unhook those. If you fail even a little bit, a regular failure will cause you to take the full damage of the trap. A critical failure will cause you to take double damage.
Should we go for it?
Yeah, I got it. It's a spear trap, and I got a spear. So I'm just going to hold it backwards and they'll cancel out.
It's like algebra.
Of course.
That's not the kind of math I was taught, but
Yeah.
let's go for it.
I'm going to work on the spear trap.
I guess I'm working on the other one.
Okay. Roll with, you can roll to disarm. Thievery to disarm.
Brooks is taking a step
Good
back.
luck.
Hero point.
Hero point.
They both go for the
That's
hero
never
point.
good.
Same die!
This might be hopefully it's only a regular fail. It's 18.
18. That's
19.
a regular failure.
Wow,
That's a regular,
Wesley is such a loser.
That's a regular failure.
Come on.
You said spear trap? Alright, it's got a roll to hit you. 22 versus AC.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
It's
You
deactivated.
take 23 points of piercing. As
Y'all look over and a spear is sticking out of Ernie. He's like,
But at the same time, I'm also getting blasted by
I fucked
something.
it up. And then he falls over unconscious
Okay.
again.
Oh,
That's not good.
shit.
Gods.
Roll a reflex save.
Oh, reflex?
Yes.
You're good at that.
I'm gonna.
I'm good at Thievery, and I rolled really poorly.
Okay.
25.
See?
25 is a regular success, so you're going to take half damage. Oh.
Stop.
So 9 points of electricity damage because
Is that the half?
that's the half.
Okay.
As the lightning rim sparks out and you watch the words fade and the statue just sort of open up its chest and like the scales peel back, revealing the chest.
Ooh, it worked. I mean, I wanted
I'm gonna
Oh,
take.
we don't get to do the riddle.
I'm gonna take the pedal that Wesley gave her and give it to Ernie.
I'm gonna take the
How much
chest
is that?
out of the chest. It's a D8.
The words fade and it just says, ha ha, you dummy.
Yeah, she
The
was
chest
like,
is not trapped, just for your heads up.
she was in the middle of getting ready to cast detect magic to figure out what it was, but you know, here we are.
Never enough time.
It's
It's always hasty.
They are.
Inside the chest, you see 4 items. One is this bronze and clockwork orb that has gears and gadgets and gizmos and these reflecting mirrors on it. Another is a leather pouch full of this fine gray dust. One is a bottle of what looks like olive oil. And the next is a very nice white leather belt with a silver inlaid buckle. I will pass these to the party.
On the flat of his back, his eyes just kind of still shut. Ernie said, "You better give me one of them." I get something.
Are you wounded too?
Yes, I'm wounded too.
Jesus.
I know. I'm
So if you
nervous.
get down by a crit, you're dead?
If I get down to by a crit, I am dead.
I'm gonna go ahead and freaking attempt to.
Can you first aid again?
I don't think so, because I've already received it once.
He's received
Oh.
it. You can't get it for another 8 hours, right?
Then never mind. I can't try to get rid of one of your wounds.
A little bit handy.
You can always just sleep in this room. The only exit to this room, besides where you came in, looks like behind the statue of the deep dragon, there is a tunnel that's been carved out. In that tunnel, you can see bits of torn flesh and blood streaks like a horror movie just leading straight into it. So this is the cult that you came here to find. They are all dead.
No, I don't
Oh,
have
they're all
a
dead.
body for it.
This is the deep ones that Godfrey said to go
Someone
find.
ripped
They're
their
all
gills
dead.
out.
Their gills have been torn from their throats.
Someone didn't like their blessing.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Soothe on Ernie.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put this belt on. Wait. Is it cursed?
No.
Thanks, Wesley. This item's pretty fucking cool.
I just realized that my overlay's not right. I'm splitting through the thing. Oh no.
Oh no?
Oh no. Hang on. I have to
You-
fix this.
You look good to me.
No, you see
No,
his cam is bleeding over into the...
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I gotta sit it down. This is unacceptable. So we bring this forward.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna cast it height and screw it. Cause you're worth it.
Oh, thank you.
16.
It helps a lot.
It doesn't really matter.
She
Alright, y'all.
she gives you like a small stick to bite on, and she like snaps the spear so that she can
That's from the skeleton.
pull it
earlier.
through.
Doesn't.
And then she casts Soothe as she yanks it
That
out.
was not soothing. Thank
Well,
Thank you.
you've done an amount of things today, Ernest.
Wesley keeps making me. It's his fault.
Does he though? Because I really think it's just
It's just. He's like half my age, and I'm trying to keep up. He moves around a lot.
Thighs sighs heavily. Tosses 5 gold to Cornelius.
There we go. I fixed it.
Just giving a once over of the room, we don't see any sign of the idol we expected to be here.
No. There's no little idol. There's just the big one that's been destroyed no other idol.
Are any of the heads intact at all?
The heads?
Yeah, you
Their
said the
heads
dragon
are fine.
heads.
Oh, the dragon heads? No, they're like bits and
Completely
pieces.
rubble.
Completely rubble.
Does
Like,
there-
you might find like the shape of an eye or like the bit of the snout, but it's all crushed.
Does there appear to be any other exit or entrance? To
Just the one behind the dragon and the one where you came in.
Oh, so there is one behind the dragon.
Yeah, so
we can-
there is a
we can
bit more to
press
see.
Like I said,
forward.
scrape marks and bloody trail in there.
Yeah. So these, I'm going to go look closer, see if I can identify what's done the wounding.
Did anyone
Okay.
have some extra potions?
That's gonna be. We're gonna call some
Nature?
more. You can try some nature, sure.
See what the nature of these things are.
Someone needs to stop you.
12.
He can't be stopped.
You're like, that's a
Something
fucking
of fear.
lion or tiger or something like that.
Or
Something
one of
like
those
ate
big
it.
chickens.
One of the big chickens.
Something ate it.
Yeah, it looks like a vampire if a vampire just had a hyena's jaws.
Kind of staring over Ernest's shoulders. You don't happen to think this was the thing that dropped the rocks on Kai, do you?
Honestly, I kind of imagined that it was one of these cultists that had done that, but that seems to be wrong.
Well, I just mean the rocks covering the entrance and,
Oh,
well, who knows?
something's blocking it. Yeah, something doesn't want this place used, which makes more sense now. As Ernie's standing there, he just kind of looks at how these things have been half mangled and devoured, and drops the rest of his crab meat out of his pockets onto the ground.
No more munching.
Alright, look, I know that I normally run up ahead, but does someone else want to take the lead on this next round?
Having heard Wesley ask for some healing, a tendril of Cordelia's hair grabs one of the healing potions out of her bag and passes it to you while she's...
Thanks, I left all mine upstairs.
You know, those supplies are running low, boys.
I'll give you...
Did anyone bring my winch?
No,
Okay.
once the screaming started, we kind of tried to get in here quickly.
No, honestly, I think you made the right call. I felt like I had to ask.
I could go on ahead.
You gave me one? No,
No,
I thought you said
she gave me a potion, I drank it.
that was correct.
I technically have full health still.
I technically have
Very spooky.
my hit points.
I technically have less than that.
I'll sneak ahead and scout.
You want to sneak?
Yeah. If I can, I'll attempt to sneak.
I'm also sneaking, but I'm in the back.
I was about to say, if you tried to creep past her, she would have just grabbed you.
This is actually super important.
I'll sneak.
Okay,
with my-
let me set the scene for you a
Yeah.
little bit. It is just a sort of like carved tunnel that begins to like go into an antechamber not far behind this, like an inner sanctum of some kind. At one point, as you're sneaking on the hard rocks, the stone on the wall begins to get carved and carved and carved into more and more intricate patterns until it's literally a mosaic. And what you see is this horrifying tapestry in the form of these shattered tiles put together. You see these abominations looming over the Steria. You can see kingdoms being eclipsed in their greatness. Think like the Titans in the beginning of Hercules. Just these horrible shadows of these aberration-like faces. You see this, what looks like a giant centipede baby with giant glowing eyes rolling over the desert dunes. You can see this creature, this squat creature with long arms and claws and a dragon-like snout, picking up people by the handfuls and dropping them in his mouth. You see a huge worm covered in these ever-biting maws, this like hungry maw that is curled around, consuming everything near it. You can see this pestilent wind swirling around and cutting up the countryside. Many of these and more eclipsing over this shadowed mural. But in each one, you can see a humanoid figure, not in the destruction, but behind it, to the side. You can't tell male or female, but special attention and care is given to it. It's got better carving. It's got better pieces of stone that mark it. Here it is, carved with a little bit of obsidian. Here some beautiful white seashells are put in. And the mosaic goes on. This stretches for quite a while into the antechamber until it opens up into the room. You see the dawn of the Celestials. You see the reign of the Blood Elf Prince. You can see all of the events. You see the coming of the twin princes to Salsai, the rise of Uvas on this mountain, world-changing events that have happened in history. And everywhere, that figure seen. I need everyone that has entered to roll stealth for me.
The figure that we're seeing, it appears to be the same figure behind in each of these.
Same figure in each of these events.
How much time do we have to sit there and observe before we're kind of sneaking in?
That's
This is
right.
some-
Oh, nice.
Literal seconds.
I'm gonna
It's not.
hero point
I
it.
imagine it's
I
a
think
lot
that's a good call.
happening, but it's not a long stretch against the perception DC of what's
No.
I think we split a hero point.
Let's go through it.
27.
27.
Natural 20 for 27.
Natural 20 for 27.
Regular ass 7.
Natural 20 for 24.
Natural 20 for 24.
22.
22.
Why?
I also hero pointed it.
Okay.
I did. I hero pointed and got a 7.
Do you speak Aklo, Brooks?
No. I don't speak shit.
Did you visit Aklo in college? You know the phrases?
I experimented.
He knows a few swears.
The voice comes out.
Yeah, it's gotta get to the bathroom.
What you see is a robed figure standing and
Rugged? Robed.
Robed.
Okay.
Robed is
Like,
the
oh,
correct way to
rugged.
say it. I would say words weirdly. Standing, long, pale fingers. Skin, humanoid, but extra long and almost translucent. Like you can see the blood vessels and almost the bones. Long, yellow fingernails, red blood underneath them. Almost finery if it wasn't so ancient and moth and element rattled. These long gray and purple robes with his silver inlay with intricate patterns. He's in front of an altar that has various little incenses, flowers, little offerings, things that you see in most religious ceremonies. And on the altar is a urn, just almost like a pot, like a chamber pot or something like that. But the urn has a very tight seal on it, and around it there is this rope, and the rope has woven into it these runes that are glowing, and it's sitting there, and it's given a very special place, very gentle. And he is currently chiseling the mosaic. And you can see as the mosaic stretches all the way back to this historical events, you can see ships crashing. You see a mosaic of the cult coming here and stealing the idols, and then of other figures coming and destroying the cult in a bloodbath. But the figure, the solitary figure, has not been placed yet. We are waiting. The voice calls back to you, chilling, confident. The figure continues its work. Their idol gods held no water. We would not suffer them to be in this place any longer. Long have we languished, waiting for his return, the Eternal One. Gods die, empires crumble. We, and he turns and faces the whole party dead on, remain. Why have you come to this place? Have you heard the whispers? I have heard it said. I've heard the cries on a calm and crying wind. It is soon.
Look, we're just trying to get off this island.
He looks at you. Aimless. Visionless. Purposeless. Your life is no more of consequence than was theirs. And you see as he turns fully towards you, you cannot see his face, though you can see his neck. And again, pure, translucent white skin. You can see blue veins. You can almost see bones and vocal cords vibrating. A little bit longer, saggy, loose skin. But the mask he wears is this porcelain mask in the shape of a demon, contorted with this half beautiful, half monstrous face with a twisted horn and a weird little sideways, think almost like a Oni mask, but a little bit more of a Western vibe to it than that. And then with a chainmail and then cloth overhang, almost like a nun's habit mixed with an Oni mask.
I think I know what this is, but does Brooks know what kind of creature this is? Or is there like a check for that? Like a cultism?
Anyone can roll society to understand what this creature is.
I think I know what it is.
Ooh.
I got a 20.
I also got a 20.
I specifically want to roll about the mask.
You can roll religion instead of society.
Okay. 23.
Everyone else?
16.
16.
Well,
My people that rolled higher than 17. This is an Urdafon. They are humanoids who have made pacts with otherworldly beings, usually demons. They have transparent skin, and they drink blood. Some mistake them for vampires, and they are a distinctly different creature. They are actually humanoids, and they are like their own humanoid race. But their skin is translucent, and they are very rare in Asteria, almost unheard of.
So they're not like undead or anything.
They're not undead, he would be humanoid.
who are you?
A servant. A vessel. An empty container waiting to be filled. The mask is what's known as a demon mask. It is magical. It is formed not through physical means, but he has given up a piece of his soul to something else, and it crafted a new face for him to grant him power. This mask is a powerful relic, and it is definitely magical.
Has
But
he,
it is through an otherworldly pact that it is made.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Has he been speaking in common this whole time?
He
Or
has
is it
been speaking
an
in common this whole
Okay.
time.
Because I know at one point you had mentioned Aklo, and sorry, I was furiously taking notes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think he said that first thing in Aklo, and then as he turned to the group and saw the composition, he switched to common. So you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that. So that's my bad.
No, it's okay. Because I was just going to say, I think without kind of realizing it, since he had initiated it in Aklo, Cordelia would ask him back, what whispers? What are you waiting for? But
I'm waiting to be useful again. I'm waiting for the waiting to end. Long have my people waited, and long have we served. Back. And he shows his hand, and he goes all the way back to the mural. Since the beginning. We have served so that he may reign. The Eternal One may return. His spirit is lost, and we long await for it to come. He places a hand on the jar and just kind of slowly slides his hand along it. Lost, but not forgotten.
And who is it that you serve?
The Eternal One.
Well, I've heard of many eternal ones. Which ones do you serve?
He points at the mural to the glowing humanoid figure. He is the observer. He is the survivor. He is the one who walks among the abolished. He is the one who survives calamities. He is he who remains. He who lingers. He who will outlast time. We await him.
Ernie reaches into a breast pocket of his vest and pulls out a small leather book and literally starts writing down a few lines.
Does This figure seems super important for history. Does this like ring any bells? Like, does this seem like
It's no cult or like it's not like a major like demon that was abolished or anything like this. If there's a humanoid that lasted through all of the like calamities and all of the terrible world-changing events that happened, all of the terrible things that happened, you've certainly not heard of such a legendary figure. These kind of guys can never answer questions in a straightforward manner. Exactly. I was trained to be cryptic from a very young
That's why I'm asking the GM. I'm like, do I?
I sent you some secret knowledge
Me?
based on your background.
Well, I should probably look at that.
Ernie finishes writing his note. And I assume you've already said you killed these cultists. Did you take the idol that they had?
Yes, and he motions to the ground like a smashed statue of the deep dragon. It has proved useful in being a greater part of the whole. And he motions to the wall where he took the chunks of the statue to build into the mosaic.
How much longer do you expect to be waiting, by the way?
I will wait until my body is taken, and he may walk again among us.
Would you rather be possessed by a stand-up comedian?
You said you
He
were
is
a
a
vessel.
turtle.
Oh my god.
I grow tired. Your company has driven me to disappointment.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that his return would draw forth like-minded patriots.
No, if we're being perfectly honest, we came to kill those cultists and you kind of beat us to it.
So I guess we are of a similar mind.
Yes, it would seem.
I do wonder, what makes you think you, of all the followers, would be possessed, would be taken as a vessel? Surely if this figure is so important...
Roll intimidation. He doesn't like that question.
That sounded kind of harsh, actually.
I
Jesus.
did. What makes you? What do you think he's gonna possess?
What makes you think you're so good? Intimidation... 20?
20. He kind of like tilts his head, like he's taken aback a little bit, and you can almost see like the disgust behind the mask as like the skin sort of droops a little bit. We have prepared. We, since we are born, have cultivated in his image, done as his edicts dictated. We serve to become the perfect vessel.
Yeah, but your vessel's on an island that's cursed so that people can't leave. Why would he want to possess you if he was just going to be stuck here?
It was told that he would be here, and so I wait.
Feels like somebody told you a lie to trap him here. You're part of the trap.
He's just like turns towards her.
I'm second guessing everything.
Makes sense to me.
This whole cave's full of traps, and you're part of it.
He nods. The rudimentary defenses were set by the cultists long ago. Me and my ilk had no trouble circumventing them. Child's play, really.
Yeah, I'm looking for the ilk. I'm like...
Are there others in the wall?
As you guys like look around, he says, "We are many." Dude got stood up and he doesn't like you pointing it out. Y'all are like, this guy has literally this whole life on faith, and you're like, well, what if
Yeah.
God doesn't like you? That thought hadn't occurred to me.
I just don't know how you're planning on leaving.
I am not.
I don't know how he's planning on leaving.
He will make miracles happen.
Because I've met some eternal ones in this inn, and they're real tired of living and being here. So, it just feels like, unless this guy really, really likes bad jokes, it just seems awfully selfish of you.
Did did you just?
I would request that this one be removed from my sight before violence is incurred.
Cordelia.
Walks down the tunnel.
I was gonna say Cordelia just shuffles in front of him, so her skirts are in the way.
Why have you come here? Simply to distract me from my work? To parse meaningless words? To inflict doubt?
We wanted that idol.
To perhaps lift the curse binding us here. But if your master's return is imminent and he's going to remove the curse, if we just wait.
Well, see, he's called the Eternal One.
Yeah.
I think he moves at his own pace.
Yeah, but like all the events are culminating in this spot. It's surely about to happen.
He nods as he leans to Wesley. Surely you felt it. A calling. A cry on the wind.
I don't know if it was a cry, but we heard something when we
His
smashed our
will
ship.
has bound you here. And by his will you stay.
Could you ask him if we can leave?
My good.
Just gotta get possessed first.
Down the tunnel, out of eyesight, Ernie is frantically, he's pulled his notebook out, he's making rubbings of the figure in the mosaic and a couple of the more key pieces of the wall.
Okay.
And did he mean to imply that the Eternal One is the one keeping us here? Or
Yes, the
okay.
Eternal One is the one keeping you here.
Which means he wouldn't be appeased by returning idols anyway.
I guess like as he's speaking, I want to kind of look at the jar
Mm-hmm.
behind him. Is there any like, there's like runes on it? Is there like any writing? Or
Not writing per se, it's runic writing, like a spell's writing.
with like an occultism or an arcana check or something?
Occultism. Definitely occultism.
Identify a spell.
Oh. Okay. Let's see if I can figure. Oh, I'm gonna hero point. This seems like a really important thing.
Burn
to
him
know.
if you got him.
I don't.
I've heard the last one.
21.
Okay.
Goodbye hero point.
21. It is called a soul jar. It is not unlike a phylactery. It is something that is used to hold and hang on to a soul when you don't have a soul gem. You can take a soul gem and place it into the jar, and you can hold on to it. It stops your soul from going to beyond, so that you can be resurrected without having some sort of divine intervention. It's basically a way to keep a soul of something after death, without letting like a god get a hold of it. So the take is he's waiting for this Eternal One to return and maybe come into the pot.
Okay, so it's empty right now.
It's as far as you know.
So I see this other vessel behind you. Is that to be a transition before he would choose you?
When the Eternal One makes his jaunt through time and space, it is often through such vessels, and he rubs his hand along it, that he makes his stop. Then a vessel like myself, and he like rubs his hand on the jar, takes him onto our bodies, and he walks the world anew, seeing all, understanding.
And is that all that he wants to do is watch?
His machinations are most mysterious.
No kidding.
Even we, who've devoted our lives to him, are not fully sure of his motivations.
Right.
Roll. I'm gonna say, this guy is like clearly a zealot in the fact that he doesn't even know what his god does.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
what
doing
I-
this
that's-
because he's
Blind
like,
faith.
That's what
this
she
is what I'm
was.
supposed to do, so this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what she was kind of trying to like get at. Like, do you know what is happening? What do I need to roll?
He likes to watch.
That's amazing.
I must return to my work. If you leave this place, I will not consume you.
Appreciate it.
Well, if we're stuck here on this island, perhaps the reason behind that was to meet you so you can tell us more about the Eternal One. Perhaps he seeks more followers.
You deceiving this guy?
Can't fucking
Roll
see.
deception. Roll deception.
Perception versus his perception.
No, I'm being earnest.
I'm not,
Perception
I'm not
DC.
good at that or anything, but you know. It's a 13.
A 13.
That would have been great, wouldn't it?
It's a crit fail.
Oh,
His perception is
Well,
plus.
I'm gonna keep talking because that's what I would be doing.
Okay, you crit failed. So he walks forward, and as he does, from behind the demon mask, his jaw opens up, and you can see these huge Guillermo del Toro style, like unhinged jaws with these huge incisors, fangs, canines. Sorry, these huge canines, and like these rotted teeth with just like bits of flesh and blood. And it's something, I mean, if it wasn't clear before, it's very clear that whatever bit those throats out was this guy. And he just takes 2 steps forward and he crosses his hands in front of you and cracks his jaw.
You see, masks are very important amongst my people. People wear masks to state their intentions, their wishes, their desires. Your mask, to me, says that you serve, you follow. You are you have complete and utter devotion.
He speaks, I obey.
Mine says that I seek to be free. And Kai fires the Dizale at the soul jar.
Oh! I need you to roll an attack. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no.
Do I?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no, no.
That is a total of 25.
Welcome to the last episode of
we all are
Roll
massacred.
damage.
Okay, we do that. Is that a crit against the soldier?
No, it's exactly its AC.
Ooh.
If you destroy it,
I wonder how much HP he has.
He'll be mad.
So okay, has to go rewrite the campaign.
Yeah.
It's 4 from the bullet.
you gotta rewrite the campaign.
I gotta. Hold on, I remember.
People are calling for TPK already.
Well, we're gonna make it extra
They're
bad.
gonna redeem over.
In the hallway,
asshole
I
jar.
am tying something to a sword.
Sure.
You heard the gun.
Yeah.
There's the shocking grasp for good measure.
Oh shoot, that's 16 extra damage. That's 20.
Yeah. So total of 20.
And I need everyone to go ahead and roll an initiative. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Did it break or just
Oh,
crack?
it shatters.
Excellent.
The soul jar shatters.
Oh my gosh, my initiatives have been doo-doo today.
As it does, I'm gonna roll something real quick.
May I roll
Hang on. You can roll stealth for your initiative, yeah. I just rolled something over here, and then I rolled a nat 1 on a secret check. So Brooks drops to the ground. You are unconscious. As the soul jar shatters, sorry, I just rolled. I don't hit it around the table. As the soul jar shatters, you watch as this green sort of like spectral energy, like hands, reaches out to Brooks and yanks at him, and then it dissipates, and then Brooks falls to the ground
From the jar?
from the jar, and then it just
rip your soul
dissipates.
Oh my god.
Brooks falls to the ground. Yeah. All right.
Great, our
You-
full health party
Is he-
member.
You have
Yeah.
you have the unconscious condition, but
Okay.
not
Okay.
dying. You will be last in initiative.
So I still have health.
You just have the.
I'm just
All right.
unconscious.
Is that music too loud? It looks too loud.
Kind of like what happened when he.
There we go.
Like from,
All right.
I don't
This is gonna be scary. Everyone roll initiative.
Natural 20 for a total of 25.
I
Kai.
had a good initiative roll too.
Everyone else.
27.
Ernie.
Fuck. This is how I die.
0, I guess.
Him. I'm sorry.
I
I rolled. I'm sorry.
have 15.
Shoot the jar with a bullet of mending.
Jesus.
Wesley, what do you have?
She had 15, I had 12.
15 for Cordelia. Is that everyone?
Then I
Yeah.
should be last, I think.
And Wesley's before Brooks.
Oh,
All right,
Brooks.
Kai. He is
All right.
now screeching, "Enter, no pass!" And his jaw is unhinged. You can see bits of flesh that are still in there digesting fall off the ground. His unhinged jaw swinging back and forth, with his translucent skin coming at you with those rotted fingernails.
Can you get me a something that shows like how much space we have? Yeah.
I'm sorry. We should probably turn on the battle cam. Yeah.
Feels necessary.
Yeah. Just go in the back of the room here.
Why is
Sorry, I
it?
didn't set the altar or
biting
anything, so I didn't
me?
know if we were gonna get this far. So it's just gonna be what it is today.
Ah, unplayable.
Oh, we'll live.
Maybe.
My immersion.
As players, we will live.
I don't have a. I
All right,
don't
so
have a
this is
second
him
character
back
prepared.
here. Kai, you had just stepped in. Ernie is around the corner.
Well,
Brooks is on the ground. Cordelia's back here, and then I guess Wesley over
still
here.
have potions and exactly one
Alright.
spell
And then there's some
that
various
can
like little
maybe help.
whatever. So
And Kai shouts, "Run!" and casts an obscuring mist, so that the creature is just contained within it, and it's filling the 20 feet between us and him.
Let me get right on that.
so you're obscured.
Yes, he
Okay.
is too, but he can't see us anymore. If that was how he was looking at us.
What is this?
Okay.
Brooks!
It's okay, I'll run.
Okay.
That's fine.
So a mist begins to fill in.
Drag you,
the
obviously.
What else, Kai?
That's it. The 3 actions.
3 actions.
Yeah, obscuring mist is a
Ernie.
3-action spell.
A mist has now obscured the room. You can't see in.
He takes half a step forward.
Well, it's only 20 feet, so it's.
Okay. Yeah.
he can see us. He can see us just fine.
And then hears.
Oh, 20 feet in.
It's-
center.
yeah.
Gotcha.
It's on him.
He hears Kai shout, "Run!" And so what he's going to do is he's going to stride forward to where it looks like the tunnel starts to like converge to a choking point. So as far out as like exactly. So about where I am.
That's where you are.
Okay. Well, he's going to wait, and he's going to ready an action until his entire party has passed him, and then he is going to use his action,
Gotcha. Okay.
which will be a improvised tool.
Gotcha. His turn. All right. What's the rules on obscured again?
It's concealed.
Concealed.
Concealed, yeah.
Concealed. There's a flat check to try and get you guys, or he can't target you at all. When you're concealed, you are still observed, but you're trying to target. You have to make a DC 5 flat check, so he can still see you, but you're obscured. So he has a
We're silhouettes in this.
like a
mist.
20%
Yeah.
chance of just failing. Well, he's clearly gonna go straight for Kai. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't.
Oh boy.
All right,
I'm so scared.
This is a big boy.
big boy.
The little boy was messing us up.
He is going to first make a flat check as he whispers some words.
Fail.
Pass.
Damn it.
He can target you. So he sees Kai and he says, "Oh, stop!" And as he's coughing the word, this blood comes out and spills over his hands. And then this dart of blood flies into your body and pulses over your body. Roll a will saving throw.
You're good at that?
That can't be good.
It's very bad.
Please. Ooh, that's gonna fail for sure. That's a 14 total.
A 14 is a fail. You are paralyzed for 1 round. Alright, paralyzed condition. Your body is frozen in place, you are flat-footed, and you can't do anything except use your mind to think. That's it. You're
Your
just
strongest weapon.
absolutely wrecked.
So you're flat-footed and
Yep.
unable to take actions.
Yeah.
Alright, that was 2 actions, I think, to cast Paralyze. Yes, it's 2 actions. Third action, he is going to walk straight into the thick of it with you guys, right next to Kai. That is his turn. Cordelia.
Cool. One's on the ground, one just froze up. No, this is fine.
Do that thing you do.
Do that one thing.
Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
since both Brooks and I vaguely knew what this thing was, do I know if it's undead?
It is not undead.
It is not undead.
He said it was
Okay.
humanoid.
Yeah, you said that.
It's clear from look. No, I guess it's not. No, it's not clear from looking at him. I apologize.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
It's translucent skin.
I just wanted to make sure.
I think they established that he's some sort of humanoid.
Okay.
Just
Just
for fun's
wanted
sake.
to make sure.
He's got that thin skin.
He's very thin skin.
That's why he's so angry,
Shit.
because we insulted him.
He was mostly just
Soul
confused.
did him.
Hopefully this works. I'm going to cast Soothe on Brooks just to see if it'll get him up, because I don't know what he got hit with.
Okay.
I do.
It'll heal you, but you also get a +2 status bonus save against mental effects.
Oh, that's huge.
So maybe.
I'll say with soothe, any sort of positive action, Brooks, your eyes snap open as a soothing feeling comes over your brain.
You heal 5 points.
You heal 5 points. Your eyes open up and they're just covered in mist, and you just hear.
That's so
Um,
All right.
And
Anything else
then, for my, I got one action left, so I'm gonna turn to it, and her eye will flash, and she's gonna try to evil eye it.
Evil eye. Ooh, I rolled high. 16 plus. It's will?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like a crit success probably. It's a 30.
Okay. Then I flashed evil eye at him, and he says, "Fuck off."
And like the demon mask like, turns towards you. All right.
All right, that's it for me.
All right. That's going to bring us to Wesley.
I have to check if something has an attack trait.
Oh wait, because I did put this on my staff.
Ooh.
Can I activate the? Hold on, let me read it real quick.
Does, but that doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and activate Spout from this perfect droplet.
Okay, you can cast a spell, right? But you have to interact with it.
Yeah, it would be an interact action.
Oh, is
Cast
it?
his action. It doesn't just do it for free.
Oh, okay.
It would be on your turn.
Oh, okay, that's how it works. Okay.
All right. Next up.
So I'll stride towards him and attempt to tumble through, which this stride is part of the tumble through.
Okay.
So that's my acrobatics. That's probably not going to do it. That's just a 13.
Versus his reflex.
Yeah.
That's not gonna make it. Sorry.
So I just like stumble into him.
Just like bump into him over here.
And then I guess since as I'm like stumbling, I grab the pouch by my hand and spill marbles in his square.
Do the Benny Hill thing. You spill marbles in his square.
Yep.
Okay.
So when he starts his turn there, he'll have to make a reflex save or fall.
Wow.
It's a
marbles.
It's a low save, but
But hey, it's marbles.
yeah.
Anything else for you?
I guess I'll come back up holding my buckler in front of my face.
Okay, you got it. Brooks.
Okay, I'm on the ground. Everyone's obscured.
Everyone's obscured. There's misty mist.
I am going to do something weird.
Yes.
Let's get weird.
Do I have to see this? Oh, no, okay. I'm going to cast Ventriloquism and originate a sound from where the soul jar was.
Jar is cracked.
And I'm going to make it sound like, I should have known you weren't worthy to protect my vessel.
Roll perception with fortune against his perception DC.
Deception, right?
Yeah, deception versus his perception.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
I'm gonna use my last hero point.
Okay. Roll them both. Or should I just
Both?
roll one? Just roll one more.
24.
Is that just it?
Say again.
24.
That's exactly it.
I should have known you were not worthy to protect my vessel. He stopped. And I'm gonna go a little bit out of the order here if everyone's okay. He stops.
Pause an initiative.
Wait. was mistaken. And his hand is trembling, and he reaches down to Brooks. Is it you?
Oh, wait, can he see me talking?
No, he's like reaching out. I heard your voice. Have you?
Because I'm pretending like I'm still, like,
Yeah.
unconscious.
Have you arrived? And he's like looking around the mist. I felt you coming. I heard it whispered. On the cold sea air. It bid me to this place. Long have I waited. Is it time? Brooks.
Ugh. Okay. Is it time? The time is not nigh. I still require more time. And now, with this setback, the time will be longer still. Maybe I should find someone else.
Okay, how long does Obscuring Mist last?
This guy's gonna have a crisis of faith.
First, you'll come in
if
here.
it's 1 minute.
So you guys are like in there, like telling him like God doesn't believe in him, and then God's voice comes on and tells him that it doesn't believe him. He like recoils back to the
You make a
altar.
reflex save.
Oh,
Or acrobatics.
okay. He like almost slips on the marbles, but he just continues to glide backwards, and he throws himself like melodramatically on the table. I am sorry. I grew impatient. The Eternal One has spoken to me, and he has found me unworthy.
Perhaps you should. Perhaps you should relinquish your duties to one of these more capable people.
One more deception with fortune against his perception DC.
Yes.
Oh no.
God just told you to kill yourself.
Chat,
17.
now's the time, chat, now's the time. Spend those points. help
17.
Brooks.
Hang on. I gotta check his perception DC.
That was a bad roll.
A 17.
What? Hold on.
Hang on.
Brooks got a hero point.
Y'all can't beg chat. You can't do
Thank you,
that.
chat. Thank you so much.
You have a hero point now.
I do have a
He
feat.
has 2.
Oh wait, charming lie.
I
Yeah.
do have a feat for this.
Okay.
Oh, lie to me.
Oh.
Oh, and 2 hero points.
And 2 hero points.
That's what I'm trying to determine a life. This one, though, if I get a critical, I didn't get a critical success
What'd you roll? No, you got a regular success.
before.
Yeah.
Before.
A periscope
That's like
extends
16
around the
to
corner of the
20.
hallway.
No, it's just if I get a critical success on the lie action, his attitude increases by 1. So no, it's not.
No. No, sorry.
I do have a hero point.
You have hero points.
You have 2.
Two.
Wait, chat, someone's
Just
Got
one.
2?
Just one on the roll.
Okay, we're
You
just going
can't,
just
you can't
one
apply
per
a fortune
roll.
effect more than
Come
once.
on. That's worse. So, just 17.
No! No! And he just like screams, and these black tendrils of energy just fly out of him and start wrecking the monument on the wall. I sacrificed for you! I gave up everything! And like starts tearing down the monument and like scattering the pieces of the soul jar, like breaking the table. And he takes out his mace and starts smashing the wall.
But it
I
wasn't
gave up my
enough.
life in service of you, and so easily am I cast aside. And then he just like stops moving for a second. I'll give everyone 1 second to tell me what you're doing. Brooks, you just got inspired again. So you have 2 more hero points.
Better burn them.
I'm gonna just start trying to pick and pull Brooks back.
I'm gonna stand up because I'm just inspired. I'm gonna stand up.
I said that already.
So what did he just say?
The fog finally clears. He says he's mad that God told him to like give up his vessel.
Yeah, it's basically like he so easily cast me aside.
Kai stands there heroically.
It's like, I did
His
Paralyzed.
he's standing there just like kind of like smoking with like this dark tendrils of energy like shadowing off of him, and you can see
Oh, I
the
just
mask
finished.
like from the back of it just sort of like latch on and begin to like graft into his skin, and you watch as the porcelain of the mask begins to grow and claw into his skin, and you see the bulbous body parts begin to just expand. His arms dislodge a little bit. Unworthy. And he lays a hand on the wall, and as he like brings the fingernail down, it scrapes 4 fingernail holes in the wall.
Okay, well, as my 1 second thing, I'll say one more thing as the disembodied God voice. I'll say, if only you hadn't tainted your soul, this vessel, with the one who currently is attached to it. So maybe give him a crisis of faith that way.
All right, last chance here.
Oh, is that another?
That's it. It's the last chance, and the DC is higher now
With fortune?
with fortune.
Speaking with the voice of God?
Yeah, you have the voice of God. He's convinced already it's the voice of God. So
Oh.
30?
30.
Is that enough?
He tears off the mask, and he turns to you. You can see eyeballs just like sunken in the socket. The sockets are actually thick and like falling off like folds of skin. His face is translucent, so you can see the muscles in his teeth through his face. Blood, red lips, blood underneath the fingernails. His eyes are filled with hopelessness, but also this greed-like desire. I feel you. I feel you. You are here, Eternal One. This was the final test. I've been waiting so long. I know you are here. He prostrates himself. Come. Your servant awaits.
Checking my spells.
He's like looking at one of you expectantly to step forward.
This just got super uncomfortable. More so than it already was.
I don't intend to move forward, but this happened out of initiative order.
Right.
Mechanically, has the round passed? Am I still paralyzed?
No, you're good. You're solid. You're
So
dead.
you
I'm
accidentally
debating
stumble
sprinting
forward.
out of here. I don't want to go to the marble.
He's waiting, like he's waiting for anyone to make a move.
So he suspects it's one of us.
That's what he said. He's like, I feel you. Because like you've convinced him now, like with that 30. Your god is another castle. Chad's convinced that it's the freaking comedian.
We could
God.
to accept.
Because please convince him to use Norton.
Yeah. So because when I use a spell, it's coming from somewhere else and it's not me. So the voice is going to say, "Follow them."
Natural 2.
Oh.
You speak. I obey. And he just like tosses the demon mask to the ground. I follow. Where would you lead him?
We blindfold him so he doesn't see Norton. Convince him to accept his consequences.
Yeah. We should head to the inn.
You know where.
Kai takes his pack
Mm-hmm.
and reaching in and through it, uses it to scoop up the demon mask like with clear disdain on his face, and like tucks it back into like deep into the folds of the pat, wrapped where he can't touch it.
Ernie moves into the room. Is there anything else left near the front?
There are 122 gold pieces worth of treasures in this room.
I kind of point at it and like get Wesley's attention and like point at the at the gold, and I get really over. I want to look at the soul jar.
Shattered. Kai took a shot.
Are there the inscription on it? What are there any large chunks where the like runes are still visible?
The runes are on the rope, which is tying the lid, which has a black sapphire on the bottom of it, which is cracked now, and has all the luster taken out of it.
Okay.
On the bottom of it.
Ernie's gonna take a sketch and try to get some of those runes.
Okay.
I think it's 24.
Sure.
24.
24 what?
Gold.
Oh, I was like,
If we're assuming we can convert it to money.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to worry about all that stuff.
And then, hey, who's leading? Brooks is?
I would like to know.
like good.
Brooks. And I reach over and I hand you a set of manacles. You want to put them on the guy?
Just in case.
He doesn't need his hands.
Just wraps around the jaw.
It's a show of servitude and humility.
I don't know how medicals work.
Alright. You lead him back out. As you're walking out, he says,
Like, how do we get out of here? Like, through the do we have to squeeze?
It would be prudent to take the other exit.
Yes.
And he points his finger to the wall, and the wall just opens up to the side of the cliffs, and you can see daylight out there.
The end's like right there.
Yes.
Oh.
This is the exit I used when I tried to shove you off the cliff.
Oh.
It was me.
Makes sense. As we're walking to the inn, Brooks is going to turn and say, now, are you going to have any other doubts through this, or are you going to
He leans in and whispers something in your ear. And I'll tell you what that is later.
Okay.
And then he just stands up straight.
Okay. Oh.
And this is the Dark Souls.
Does he interpret that as
Yeah.
a positive?
I do like, huh?
I'm wondering if like Brooke should interpret that as an affirmation to his
How do I react?
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
he's gonna comply.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of like realistically, I had this guy try to shove you off a cliff, and then he goes go back to his room. He's like, "Why are you here?" It's like, "He tried to shove you off a cliff, dude."
Okay, well, to the end.
Don't logically think about it too much.
Tim Norton. This is
Norton.
awful. This is so stupid.
Norton's gonna have a really strong body, guys.
He's gonna have such a big jaw for jokes.
Creating the worst BBEG.
The best.
So you walk in with this
I hate
Azarketi priest.
EDG.
So you walk in, and Godfrey Glover looks at you. He's like, "Welcome back. It looks like you've."
I give him like a
Cornelius.
We have arrived with the vessel.
Very good. The vessel is here. And all the ghosts are like,
Oh, I put Norton's lantern back on the on the hook.
ladies and jorms.
Hey!
Oh, hey, it's my buddies. What's
Shut
going
up!
on?
Shut up and just do it.
Oh, a new audience member. Norton's green.
Norton, for the love of the gods, please.
He is a willing vessel.
I am a willing vessel. For the punchline?
I want to throw up.
He's. Someone else has to do it.
He's ready to accept your habitation.
Eternally.
Why y'all talking so fucking weird? You want me to possess this guy? Hang on. Hang on.
Norton, you
Norton, here's a who.
What does that mean?
You see Mr. Big and Creepy. He tilts his head,
His head behind.
and then Norton goes, "Ah, I got it. Subtlety." And he winks.
Right. Now.
All right. If you're a willing vessel, I need you to do one thing. Stand still. I am but yeah. And Norton dives into this guy's mouth, and there's a great shuddering and shaking. The captain's lantern begins to shake and tumble. Floorboards rip out, nails fly everywhere. The ghosts begin to flicker in and out, and suddenly everything is still. That was fucking great, guys. I'm so fucking tall. Oh shit, you can see through my fucking skin. Oh, I'm so veiny. Look at my veins. Oh, this guy has a. Oh!
Got some TMJ issues.
Oh, no, what the fuck was this guy? Oh, I can taste stuff again. Oh! And he just starts puking over the side of. Oh!
He was eating the cultists.
What? He was eating the. Oh! What the fuck? Break me. Look at these fingernails. I mean, I was a dirty pirate when I was up, but like, look at this.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, can someone unmanacle me, please?
Do those come with keys?
Yeah, that comes with a key.
Yeah, I come over and I.
Oh God.
Should we give him this back?
You watch as Godfrey Glover and the others. There are tears in their eyes. We are free. Thank you. And they dissipate into spirit dust.
All it took was a first level spell and 10 hero points.
I think Chat's the MVP.
Yeah.
Chat.
Let's just say the narrative was
You guys-
actually twisted by Chat tonight.
100% Chat's fault.
This is basically chat plays Pathfinder.
No, there was. Who was the one that actually made the contract with Norton and promised? Was it Wesley?
Nobody.
No, we tried to
Yeah.
refuse actually making a.
We wouldn't do the contract.
We intimidated him into not doing
Well-
that.
You guys tried to sweet talk me, but I gotta say, and now it's literally Big and Creepy with his jaw and eyes, but Norton's
Sitting
voice.
all casual.
Yeah. Oh, he like spreading out, and there's just like cultist balls, like just.
Close the rope.
He closes the rope.
A man spreading artifact.
Man spreading, yeah. It meant his manacle balls because they had little metal
Sure.
chains on it.
Sure.
Sure.
He sits there and he's like, well, I gotta tell you, it's been one heck of a ride. I'm glad you folks arrived here. Now, we didn't make a contract per se, but you did do me a favor, and thanks to the new digs, I think I can transfer some of that old spirit contract power that was in me to one of y'all's. Just one of you. So, whomst among you would like my eternal blessing? A little piece of Norton, always with you. Everywhere you go.
Cordelia just walks out.
Well, what kind of blessing is this?
I'm gonna give you a little joke for the road. So whenever you're in danger, you can think of me, and that little chuckle in your heart might help you escape danger just a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Do I want a chuckle in my heart?
You guys don't think this sounds cool?
It does. But like to
No,
me,
that was Wesley.
but like to me, it does.
Yeah, no, it sounds pretty fucking awesome. I don't feel right about it. Why don't you go ahead, Wesley?
Sure.
Okay.
How do we do this? Handshake, high five, finger boot.
You must repeat after me the
A kiss.
incantation.
The joke. Write this down.
Say it.
Is it the dragon joke?
No. Say it after me. Say after me the magic words.
Oh gosh.
And he sneezes and he touches you and he's like, "Oh shit, I screwed it up. I couldn't commit. And he will fulfill the contract with you. Dragon. Say the magic word, dragon. Wow. It looks like I didn't even have one final joke in me. But this guy's pretty funny. Like, I can do physical humor. And he like tilts the head and like cracks it in a weird way.
Yeah, and you can like eat funny stuff, and people can be able to like see it in your stomach.
Oh, where I come from, you'd probably be a really good sword swallower.
Ooh, where are you from?
Oh, I worked in a circus.
Sorcus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a circus.
Oh no. We're gonna
Alright.
find him in some circus later.
Next time you see a circus tent, you come see your buddy Norton, and I'll get you some tickets. All right. Well,
Wait, what's your plan to get off the island?
I was just about to think about that.
Okay, well, let us know if you got any good ones, because we're still trying to leave.
Hang on. Oh! Hang on. There's something whispering in this guy's ear.
He wasn't lying.
Oh god.
What's that?
This is awful.
For a trip off the island? Sure, I don't need that anymore. And you watch as a pentagram opens up beneath him. A giant fiery hand picks him up. He goes, "Well, I just made another deal. I'll see
Oh my
y'all." And he gets pulled underneath the floorboards, and then the cinders
God.
close.
The pact
Could
with
I
the
hear
demon.
anything coming through the mask?
Will you serve?
Oh shit!
Yeah, hold down the fort.
So how do we feel about our karma?
I need to go get.
Yeah, I mean,
Wasn't that the
if
whole
sin's
point?
what tracks you down on this island, we are not leaving.
I mean, we just helped, 6 people escape this island? And there's only 5 of us. I feel like it's a 1-to-1 deal.
What are the other ghosts doing? Are they gone?
They're all dissipated
Oh.
into nothingness.
Oh, we might be free now, actually.
You step outside, and you're just all debating.
I already grabbed my stuff.
You grab all your stuff and you gather up, and you're like, "Oh, what the hell are we supposed to do now?" And you're sitting here feeling this idleness creeping up upon you. It hits your side at first. Under the sunlight, under that sky so blue, you see it first, a blinding white, rippling in the wind. First one, then the second. Sail, proudly bearing quickly along the shore, attached to the stem of this red oak mast. And in golden letters emblazoned in the light, you see Windfall. And that's where we're going to go ahead.
I was about to
and
say, she
end
just
the
hauls
session.
ass.
Get me off the
Yeah, done with this place.
It's like Melikado actually did something.
There we go.
Oh my god.
That was a weird ass session, y'all.
I picked that spell as a freaking meme.
You memed your way
You
to
memed
victory.
your-
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
That was
Oh,
something.
Lord.
Thank you,
That was
chat.
something.
Thank you, chat.
Thank
for,
you.
for enabling this to
Thank
happen.
you.
This was all
Chat.
thanks to your contribution.
I'm just trying to think of what happened if they
Without
hadn't
y'all's
gone for
support
the
and hero
bloody
points.
spike.
This victory made possible in part by viewers like you.
Yeah, honestly, one viewer going rogue
Not all
could
the
have
notes.
caused.
Oh, this was all the old stuff.
Yeah.
This was all
I
today's
know.
stuff.
That would be a TPK if we were popular.
Popularity killed us.
Tell your friends, but not too many.
Just the cool ones.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for being here with us tonight. I had an absolute blast with you guys. I know it was a combat-heavy session, but some really interesting developments as well. Some really fun plays.
Who is this eternal one?
Yeah.
Damn shit.
Well, thank
Find
you so
out
much for
next
being
time.
Here. We're gonna say goodnight and pack up the studio. We love you all very, very much, and I can't wait to see you again on the Sleeping Sea. We'll see you next
Bye.
time, guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye.